We're live. Hello, everybody. We're
Hey.
live here with myself, Anthony, and Aurelia, aka Abby, aka Ghost. What's your pseudonym online?
Aurelia Burnham,
And
and
it's
my YouTube name obviously is Ghost of Day. Um, yeah, so yeah, I have a
welcome,
lot of names.
welcome. Well, me and Devon were just talking about having a bald head, which you probably can't relate to. But we can carry on that conversation, Devon, if you like, or we can just talk to Abby.
Yeah, well, we will. I mean, it's just an improvisation. That's what this is.
It is. I'm going to go ahead and tweet this out now.
Playing
Okay.
it by ear.
So let me throw something out there. Anthony likes to throw me under the bus. So
Oh no.
we're talking before we're we're sitting there having a one-on-one before we go live, and he's like, "Ah, man, I don't even feel like talking right now." He's like, "I'm just gonna let you talk. Why don't you just entertain these people like you're some dancing monkey?" And I'm just like, "Oh my God, the pressure! It's unbelievable."
Devon, you love it, man. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, theoretically, some of these people have come to listen to me, and it's like,
Yeah.
I got nothing. I don't have a script. I got no.
Nothing.
I'm lying in a bed in Vegas, but no, I do have something because we're talking about bald heads, and we have
Yeah.
Abby here. I'm excited.
I
I'm
can't
excited.
say I can't
Yeah.
say I've ever had a bald head,
Really?
but nope, never had the guts to shave it all off.
You never went through that phase where it was
No.
like, okay.
You've never been with a man with a bald head, is what you're saying?
Oh
No,
no.
that's where your mind went. That's not what you said.
No, I've been with a man with a bald head, but I myself haven't had a bald head.
I
Yeah.
don't think he'd do it. I don't know. From what I can see, I don't think it would be a good look.
You know what they say? Once you go bald, you instantly go back.
Yeah.
It
No,
would
no,
be
no.
sad because my
We,
hair grows really really slowly. So every time I never cut it anymore. But when I used to cut it, it was just like I loved it for a while. Like it was the new haircut, and I was all excited. But after a while, I just missed my long hair, and then it would take like a year and a half to grow back. So
okay. Well, I'm going to rewind a little bit. There's a reason why. I invited you, not because you're a lovely person. I'm sure you are.
oh.
There's a reason why you're in here today, and that's because you made that very nice video about Devon, and that prompted me to try and get you in here to talk to you.
Well,
we can talk about
that
that.
was the least I can do. I was so blown away by just the video. It was just crazy. It was great, and I can't thank you enough for that. That it was just made my whole year, life slash. I don't know. It was just great.
Wow.
That's
Well,
You have to bear in mind though, Devon. That's what Toby Kidd said as well. So,
yeah, right.
yeah.
Oh no.
I take it all with a grain of salt. No, I was happy to do it. I'm happy that you're a real person and that you like me. That it's flattering because I like you, and
Oh.
I liked your video, and it was it's always refreshing. I know that there's an absence of atheist women out there.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's kind of it's disappointing.
Yeah, and I sort of get it on some levels. I understand why, if you're a woman, you would shy away from a YouTube channel. I'm sure you could tell us some horror stories about just being a woman who
Yeah.
makes videos of herself online and is attractive. That's problematic.
It's hard. It's hard for anyone, for a man too, for different reasons, and I don't know. But yeah, there is a sort of fear factor involved with being a woman on YouTube. Um, but over the years, I've developed a lot more of a thick skin than I had. I think YouTube. I grew up really sensitive as a kid, but after a couple of years on YouTube, it's just I don't know, just thick skin developed pretty quickly because you deal with a lot. You get shit thrown at you left and right.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
You've been on YouTube a while though, right?
she's old school.
Oh, before we continue, I just wanted to say, just so you know, I'm not anything like Toby Kid. One of the things I really appreciate is your ban policy because everybody, for the longest time, like
Uh-huh.
the process of me developing that thick skin involved wanting to block people all the time because it's just too much. It's just my blood pressure went up. I don't want to. It's like, and what you said about it being your living room, that's exactly it. It's like, why should you be obligated to tolerate annoying-ass people?
Exactly.
It's so stupid.
But it's hypocritical because that's how people live their life anyway. Like right now, I'm in a hotel room in Vegas. I'm on a planet with over 7 billion people. I have essentially banned the entire planet. But I'm choosing not to invite them into this room.
And it makes sense because most people are just ridiculously stupid and annoying.
That's the one thing the internet has taught us, in a nutshell.
And I remember at the beginning, like I joined in 08, and I used to hang out with, there were just people in the beginning, like Facts vs. Religion and Nicotine 2 and a bunch of people, and they were great, but there were people in our midst who, and this was a really large group of people, who would give me a hard time if I blocked comments, and they wouldn't say it outright, but they'd imply that, like, oh, well, you're not intellectually honest because you don't engage in the argument, and you're just I don't know. They would snub their noses at me for doing that, and that really bugged me. So when I learned about your ban policy, I was like, hallelujah! Like finally, somebody gets it.
Yeah, and it's so easy to get. I mean, people act like I am sneaking into their bedroom and putting duct tape over their mouth in the morning, and I'm just like, they can do whatever they want. But like, I love the fact that they're bitching at me like, damn it, Devin, you're an asshole. I really want to talk to you. I really, really want you to listen to what I have to say. I don't care about you. How many fucking times do I have to tell you?
I think that's what it's all about, is their ego. Like, he's not letting me get in word in edgewise, and that hurts my ego. So I'm going to turn it around and make it look like, he's the one who...
Yes.
It's so stupid.
It's sour grapes. Like, if I'm sitting there writing to Ricky Gervais on Twitter and going, Ricky, you're not funny. Ricky, you're fat. Ricky, you're old. If Ricky were to reply to any of those, that would make my year. Not me personally, but it would make a troll's year. And so, like, when Ricky doesn't ban everybody, he just ignores them. But he might as well ban them. I mean, they bring nothing to the table.
Yeah, like, I mean, my friend, like, Nicotine too, he would ignore people, but I just couldn't do that. I had to just like get the last word. Like, I have this thing about getting the last word. I'm just like, I'm getting the damn last word, and you're gonna go to fucking hell because this is my channel,
Yeah, and like today, before we were on the Hangout, I hear a little beep. Do you guys know that Facebook has like new sounds, new audio alerts when you
I heard that today. It's so irritating. I was like, what the hell is that?
Well, I kind of like the sounds, actually. I think they've like tested them on human ears, but they're pleasing sounds. But I'm like, what is that? Oh, I got a comment. And I'm like, oh, I posted a picture on Facebook of me in my hotel room. I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool. And I go over, click, and it's some guy who's all, dude, are you wearing a bandana? Could you look like more of a douche if you tried? And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm sitting here trying to have a nice evening. And I'm just getting insulted by a friend of mine, quote unquote. I friended this guy.
God.
Or to be more specific, I accepted his friend request. And like,
I do the same thing though.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, but what else have you?
And then we went into the why you're ashamed of being bald.
Okay, but let me go back to my direct message from you.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what else you called me today. You said straight up, just 2 words, fuck you. Then you called me an arse. Then you said worthless, and then you asked me if I was drunk.
Well, that's the kind of relationship we have, Devin.
Yeah,
we're at that friend level. You know what I mean? We are actually friends.
Here's a little gem.
Like,
I'm just
you're
November
like brothers.
6th. Yeah, November 6th. He says fag. That's it. That's the message.
Yeah, if people say that he bans people, it's bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm at the point with Facebook. I used to accept friend requests when I started getting huge on YouTube, and now I don't do it unless I have mutual friends. Like, I'm not, because they're all secret agents. They're all people that are going to come on there. Not Asians, agents.
Like spies.
It's hard to be a secret Asian.
Secret Asian.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I just don't even accept friends. Do you accept friends, Abby?
On Facebook, I already have like set like 4,000 something from just wanting to showcase my art and stuff. It's a little complicated right now because how do I put this? I'm working at a place where the organization is very social justice warrior. So the problem is that they can't know about my YouTube channel, but they know about my Facebook. So I can't link my Facebook to my YouTube. And I usually, if somebody, if I have friends from YouTube on Facebook, I can't keep their comments on my wall. I have to delete them because, just in case somebody from my work is looking at my paintings and they, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to keep this a secret forever, but hopefully by the time it comes out, I'll be more comfortable and not having to have a day job as much.
Right.
Maybe.
That'd be
But,
nice.
I'm getting a little bit like that at work as well, because there's maybe 2 or 3 people at my place of work in real life that know I have a YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter and things like that, and they kind of know what I do, which is somewhat strange. But I mean, it's not like I'm saying anything that I wouldn't say in real life.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of like a Fight Club, where I'll see a flying monkey in the street, and we'll just look at each other and nod in silence.
Yeah.
Keep walking.
That's really cool.
Speaking of, when are you doing those T-shirts, by the way?
Yeah, whenever I get around to it. I've just been hanging out with a friend here in Vegas, and I need to get around to it. I'm planning to build an empire of T-shirts and retire and buy an island.
I don't think I'd ever wear a T-shirt with a big kangaroo on the front of it, though. I've got to be honest. I'd wear one with like a small one on the sleeve, like a.
What about a kangaroo on the pocket, like on the breast pocket? So it's like a pocket. It's like
that works. Yeah, like an emblem.
It's all about the pocket.
Well, Anthony, I'll do a black T-shirt with like vertical stripes, so it's very slimming for you. That'd be helpful.
Oh, really? What are you trying to say, pal?
Ouch.
I said it was carrying an extra 20 pounds.
No, I heard during your Lalo podcast, your 2-hour weather report, I heard that you grew up as the chubber.
The fat kid. From the fat kid from school. Yeah, I was the fat kid. But I ain't the fat kid no more. I'm the fat kid that you don't want to mess with.
You're the fat man now.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, pal. Can you feel the love, Abby, that we've got between each other?
Oh, man. Yeah, speaking of being the something kid, I was the short kid. I'm really short. I'm 4'10".
No.
What?
Yeah. I'm
No.
really tiny, and I've always been like the shortest. Like wherever I go, I'm the shortest.
Wait, is that in meters?
4'10". 4'10".
God.
4'10". That's imperial. It's not metric.
That's shorter than like Jeremy Piven. That's like shorter than Natalie Portman.
I have a dog taller than that.
How tall is Natalie Portman? 5'2"?
She's fidgety. Yeah, 5'2", maybe. 5'2".
Well, it's a thing about junicorns, like we junicorn ladies tend to be really short.
Yeah, she's a Jew.
Are you a Jew?
Yep.
Oh, no way.
I'm from New York. I'm from the Big Apple.
Wow, look at me gravitating towards Jews like unknowingly.
Yeah, and that's like I gravitated to. I was just like, finally, someone standing up for the junicorns.
Right. Oh, you noticed that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want to do another video. I saw an incredible video. One of my monkeys, Josh, he posted it on his Twitter, and it was this 23-year-old Muslim woman in full sort of burqa trying to stab a security guy who was like checking out her ID. And she pulls out her purse and just very casually just pulls out this huge butcher knife and lunges at the guy, and it's like so graphic.
Where was this?
In
Israel.
Yeah, in Israel. But she got shot. She didn't get killed, so that was a bit of a bummer. But yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I watched that video, and she had a hand in her purse for a long time. I think that guy should have thought, what are you doing in that bag?
Well, he backed up off her because she sort of came into his personal space, and he kind of.
Yeah.
But you don't expect it from a woman, really. I mean.
Did you see that other video? Yeah. There was that video where there was some Palestinian news channel interviewing a woman whose son had just been martyred, as she said. And this interviewer was talking to her and stuff, and she reached into her inside of a shirt. She pulled out this big frigging knife. Did you see that one? She pulled it out on live TV. Like, this is what I'm going to do.
I think it's hard to keep track of all these things.
It does happen a lot, so yeah.
Well, the only thing that stops a bad person with a knife is a good Jew with a gun. I mean, so Abby, you're a Jaytheist, I take it?
Yes. My parents are both atheists. My dad's not Jewish, but my mom is, so technically it goes through the mother, so technically yes. And I was raised more with that family because my dad's family is like in the South. So my mom was native New Yorker, and I grew up in Manhattan, and I went to like these progressive schools,
Oh, really?
and then I went to Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, and yeah, not
Nice,
sure I
East
should say
Coast.
where I'm living, but
Right. Hide
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Why, when you say that it goes through the mother's side, it sounds like something Hitler would say. It's like,
Yeah,
who
no,
set
but
these rules?
I don't even know, but that's just what I've heard from my mom and my
Yeah,
grandma.
it's interesting though, because we live in a patriarchal world. I didn't pronounce that right. I'm not going to pretend like I can do it again.
No.
But we do live in a world that's usually dominated by men. So why does this religious identity run through the female side?
I don't know. Like it's strange. I'm not sure. I know that like in Jewish families the women are very loud and they make a lot of noise and they run the house really. I mean they in traditional families like this is not going. I'm not talking about like Orthodox Jews. That's a whole different. They're totally sexist, totally patriarchal. But like sort of Jathists and non-traditional kind of Jews that are just by birth Jews or tend to be like the woman tends to run the household.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it was maybe it had to do with it. I'm not going to claim that I know, but I just remember hearing that if you have a Jewish father and a non-Jewish mother, you're not. Well, you don't have. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like anybody that's talking about this should have a German accent. That's all. It should be like,
I don't know.
She is a half Jew. She's
a half Jew.
Send her to the showers, I say.
I watched Schindler's List this last week.
Did you?
Yeah, again.
Was it date night? Was it date night?
Yeah, it was, let's get a happy movie on. I don't know. Every time I watch that movie, it always brings a tear to my eye.
Okay, favorite scene from Schindler's List and sexiest scene from Schindler's List. Go.
The one where he's picking a secretary. That's kind of
funny. Oh, with her nipples all erect and
that
stuff.
One. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
hot
scene.
Jew action. That's why. I mean, it's pretty hot.
Who knew that Schindler's List could be sexy?
It's a controversial topic. I'm sure I'm going to get quoted on it, and the Canadian Atheist will do a video about it. This guy thinks Schindler's List is porn. Hey, we have a guy who's trying to peek into this.
Is that him or his wife?
Hey guys, what's going on in here?
Hey.
Well, wait a minute. It was supposed to be your wife, pal.
It's getting hot in here.
Got a blue eye and a red eye. You've got the blue pill on one side and the red pill on the other.
Oh my god.
Do you know that when I was in elementary school, I was trying to be cool and I wore some 3D glasses to my class, and everybody was like, "Ooh, what is this? This is cool." And I remember a guy said to me, he goes, "So, wait a minute. When you have those glasses on, am I in 3D?" And I was like, it just blew my mind. I knew it at the moment that it was stupid, but I couldn't quite craft a good response at the time. But now, many years later, I have gotten my revenge on him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's already 3D, so he turns 4D.
Yeah, I just see through all of time and space, and I see his entire life play out.
Obviously, yeah.
So, how are you doing, sir?
Good. Coffee and
Logic just sent me something in Russian on Twitter. I don't know what that meant. What did
How
that mean?
that says penis.
Penis in Russian?
Yes, penis.
Thank you.
How is the Great White North? I mean, it's obviously white, so it's pretty great to start with, but what's your perspective?
It's not white yet. It was trying to get white earlier, but it's not quite yet.
Mm-hmm. Now, educate me. Do you have hair?
I do have hair.
And what sort of abundance of hair?
I have hair in many, many places.
Is it on your head?
Do you have a receding hairline?
I do not.
Bullshit.
Is that a family thing, or are you in line to join us?
What do you think? Does my dad have hair? Good hairline?
Well, yeah. No, he started losing hair very late.
Mm-hmm. My dad's like 60, 67.
Yeah, and he still has hair.
Yeah, he's still got his hair.
That must mean you're quite young then, Logic.
Maybe.
Must mean that you're quite young. It must mean that.
Yeah, I'm 12, and all this stuff
I can tell you're
talking about. My parents get mad at me every time that they see it on my computer monitor.
I get it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to hack in past the child safe blocker,
We have 58 people watching this. Can you believe that?
58? Is that a record for your channel?
Well, when we were talking about the weather with Lalo, we had maybe 60.
If I have 58 people watching me on my channel, I would spit on my computer and just leave. I would just leave the hangout.
How many people do you think you had watching when you were talking to that guy with a bag on his head?
Yeah,
You had less than that, I'm telling you right now.
Well, dude, that was my third channel, which lasted
I don't care.
2 weeks. That channel, I started a third channel, and I think the first video I did, I put a boob in it, a naked boob. And I got it instantly, I got a strike, and that was it. It was like, okay, start a fourth channel, sorry. My bad.
Was it like
I'm trying to get that Chilean in there, and he's not happening.
Hey, Logic, how have you danced around strikes?
I haven't. I've just done whatever I wanted.
And nobody flags you?
No, nobody ever has.
See, you're one of those YouTubers that like everybody loves. I don't get that. Like my people hate me. I get hate watchers. I go to a channel like yours or Sargon, and like within 5 minutes you have like 1,000 likes and like 1 dislike.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, what is that?
yeah, how does that work?
I got a lot more. You know, my highest dislike to like ratio was on the last video I did about that crazy fucking MGTOW guy.
Wow.
Apparently, there's a lot of MGTOWs who watch me. It's weird. I don't know why they're drawn to me.
Are you offended by this ratio?
I'm not offended by it. I'm a bit confused and disturbed by it.
I had to Google what MGTOW meant like 6 months ago. I had no idea what that meant.
Explain for the audience.
Men who go their own way. Yeah,
it's men going their own way. So basically, it's guys who just don't want to have anything to do with women. They don't want to get married, anything like that. In the case of the guy that I was doing the video about, he basically thinks women are the devil and they're out to control his mind and get married to him so that they can spend the next 20 years wheedling their crafty ways into making him get a divorce, and so they can take all his money.
But this is all part of the Sexodus. I mean, but are they trying to reclaim this lifestyle and try to make it like a cool thing?
Make it a cool thing? I'm not sure if they're trying to make it a cool thing. But
I think men have been doing that for a while, though. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
I mean, before that term was even invented, men have always done that.
Well, that's why I question the meaningfulness of the term. I mean, if all you do is sit around the house and play video games all day and you don't go out on dates, as far as I'm concerned, you're the same thing.
That just means you're lame, right?
Yeah, so I mean, what's the point in having...
You don't get no Gash. Where is Gash, by the way? I've invited Gash, and he's not in. The Gash.
No, but I think they do think it's cool. I mean, when you can team up with people and group with other people that share a similar thing, then you sort of get empowered by it. Like, you don't think bronies think it's cool to be a brony? They all think it's cool.
It's supposed to be kind of a counterculture thing, I suppose. It's sort of, everybody else is weakling and they're going for women, and these guys will say they go out on dates and stuff, but they just don't get into relationships, and they're like, oh, all you fucking betas, getting into relationships with
they call
girls.
That betas? Yeah. Betas. That's some sour grape, like advanced level sour grapes there.
Yeah, kind of.
And the gamers. The thing is with me and the gamers is I always get into this conversation. If I say anything critical of what I mean, I'm not talking about gamers who have a balanced life and you do it for a fun hobby. I'm talking about the losers. That used to be called, in my mind, just a gamer. You're a gamer dork. It was implied. It was implied that it's like. But always on Twitter, they're like, Devin, what's wrong with gaming, dude? And they'll put it in their bio on Twitter. It'll be like, gamer and this and that, pro gamer, and they're so proud of it. It's like their first thing that they identify as. It's not I'm a male, I'm an American, I'm a gamer. That's the first thing.
But they get so defensive. It makes me think that it sounds like they're insecure, and that's why they're
all I'm saying is this: if you can show me a picture of your body, and if it's remotely physically fit, and then you show me a picture of your girlfriend, then game all you want, dude. I'm not going to say a single thing about you, but I know for a fact they're not going to send me those two things because they don't have them. And here comes the Gash.
The Gash.
Yeah.
Hello,
what's wrong with sedentary lifestyles?
What?
Hello, Lalo.
Hello, white people.
You big Gash.
Hey.
Hey, I resent that. I am a black man. Look at my face.
I don't know why. I just imagined you as white Logic.
How is the?
It's right there, man. My face is right there.
Hey, Devin.
Top hat, glasses, black face.
Ask Lalo how he got on with the adult entertainment star last night.
Yeah, explain it. What happened?
Oh God! As soon as I logged on and she said hi, Lala, my face turned tomato red with my camera on.
Oh right, yeah. What happened?
That was so embarrassing. Yeah.
Last night, Lala was in a hangout with Mercedes Carrera.
Right, I saw this. Explain it.
So, explain what? How we got her on?
Yeah.
Well, they just asked her on Twitter, and she just said like, "Yeah, I'll go on." I think it was first Mocha, and then John kept communicating with her, and they just got her on.
So I coined the phrase "the Gash" for you and your show, and the next thing you do is go to get a porn star on your show.
Dude, people are actually tweeting at me a lot today, like, "Oh, he gashed everything." Like now it's popular. You say something and it becomes a saying, like massively.
I know, and everybody's giving credit for Majid for regressive, but we all know who popularized it.
Yes. Well, you definitely invented the Gash, Devin. Lala, the Gash, the Gash.
Yeah, Majid does not have credit for the Gash, no matter what.
But Mercedes, wow, what a smart woman.
Mercedes, fake tits or real?
Fake.
I see. I would say fake.
Fake.
Wow, how dare you? No evidence.
That's true. No, I've seen the evidence. No, it's fake.
But she's like an anti-feminist sort of atheist, or what is her deal?
Yeah, she's like agnostic atheist or something like that as far as her beliefs, and then she's just like very anti. Yeah, you could have a talk with her about that. I'm sure you could undo that, but no, she's very anti-social justice warrior, anti-feminist, anti-regressive, and she's very well educated on it. She knows a lot about science, and I don't know. I just thought she was lovely.
If you're anti-regressive, does that make you progressive?
Oh, that's a good question, right?
You know, when you said agnostic.
A true blood progressive, like an actual progressive.
But no, we got to drop that term. That term is.
I don't like that term, to be honest.
I'd rather not be called
progressive. Yeah, it's like calling a new boat the Titanic. It's over.
Yeah.
I could still see myself using liberal. Liberal's okay, but.
Right. Although they tried to make it a slur. The conservatives try to say, "Oh, this lib over here, this liberal guy."
It's still okay. Progressive, I don't know. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah. When you said the word agnostic, the vein in my forehead started pulsating rapidly.
Kasparian.
Oh God. It's like saying, "Oh, I'm not just an atheist. I'm an oxygen-breathing atheist." It's like, oh, thanks. Thanks for wasting that 2 seconds of my life that I'll never get back.
I love it when somebody was telling me like, "Oh, I'm agnostic because if they show it, I would accept the evidence for God if they showed it to me." And I said, "Well, do you think that doesn't apply to atheists?" And they were just like, I'll get back to you in a couple days with that."
Yeah, if anybody knows of like an agnostic YouTube channel, please send me a link because I want to attack them. I think we should do
The amazing agnostic. The amazing agnostic.
Yeah, a full frontal attack.
I will keep my eyes open.
Okay, please. So, Logic, what's happening in your world?
Am I muted? I don't think so.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Jesus.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
There's a baby sleeping, and Christ.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's life.
Dude, I've got two of those too. I've had an absolute fucking nightmare before this hangout started. That's why it was late, because we've got two dogs, and I left the back gate open, and both the dogs ran out. My wife was searching around all town. She found one of them, but she didn't find her mother's dog that's staying with us, who is still missing. No. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you took the time to come to a hangout.
Well, there's nothing. She's out looking. I mean, she's back now, and she still hasn't found the dog, so she's probably just in tears.
Your wife?
Yes.
You sent your wife out to look for a dog while you're in a hangout?
Well, it's my wife's mother's dog.
It's priorities. Gash, it's priorities.
Exactly. Oh, I had people waiting on me. Well, there's nothing I can do. I mean, shit. I've got kids. I had to stay home with the kids. Like Logic, we've got two kids. I mean, it's a family thing. So I fed the kids, and I got the kids to bed, and then she was looking frantically for a dog.
Yeah.
Are the kids going to learn Italian?
My kids?
No, Logic's kids.
Oh, what the fuck?
Italian.
Why should you learn Italian? Yeah, I can, yeah. But
Susan
I'm
is
not that
Italian.
good at Italian.
I'm not entirely sure what accent Susan has.
No, well, you know, more than accents, it's, you know, like I was growing up.
For a while.
Switch language. Yeah, well, you know, the accent is not the problem. The language is. When I was a child, I was just growing up with like 4 or 5 different languages, and so I just ended up completely messing up the accents everywhere. Like, for example, I was speaking a lot of German, which is why, for example, I would be able to talk German with Devin if he would be able to talk German. I spoke Italian. I can speak fluent Italian. I was also like in Poland, so I could speak Polish up to a certain degree. So it's a huge mess. The problem is I learned English after I learned at least 3 other languages, and so I ended up being worse in English than in any other language and just messing up all the other accents into the English.
Do you speak Spanish?
I said the only reason why I want Logic's wife on is that how many words she can say in 1 minute.
I'm thoroughly impressed. I learned like a little bit of Spanish in high school, and I forgot all of it, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's no need. You know, I was listening back to a podcast of mine, and I hear my voice now, and I speak very fast. I just slowed down, but I speak very fast because I think that's my English background, because I think English people speak very rapidly.
Yeah. I speak pretty slowly, I think.
I can speak really fast if I'm.
Because I think about things, it takes me a while to, like, my brain. It's weird. I have a lot of just a lot of different thoughts going on, and sometimes it takes me a while to just form a sentence.
Yeah, and case in point, right there.
Yep, right there. I just demonstrated it.
But it's true, and I think it's kind of a cop-out when you get these YouTubers who script out all their stuff. It's like, oh, come on, that's easy. You know, but do it live, like Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, do it live. That's impressive.
How do you defend that, Logic? Do you script your stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So you want to?
I don't defend it.
You want to come across as more perfect than you actually are.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
that's honest.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I want to get my phrasing right. There you go.
It is true, though.
I want to make sure I'm fucking precise, so that if someone tries to come back at me, I can say, no, that's not what I said. I said exactly this and only this.
Do you ever...
Yeah, there's a lot of good things, advantages to scripting, because you can be a lot more thorough in a lot of ways. But it lacks the spontaneity, but on the other hand, you can really edit it and make it so that you don't have to go back and answer too many questions.
Well, but it's really about the different, videos. Like, there are some videos where being spontaneous is much better, and there are some videos where it's just very important that you're very thorough, very precise, and don't really mess up too much.
Yeah, it depends on the context, like what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I think what I try to... Yeah.
I'm totally screwed. Everything I do is like live and with another person, so I have to know what I'm talking about beforehand.
Yeah, we know the real you, Lalo.
Yeah. We know what that's all about.
I think what I like to try to do is like a polished spontaneity. So like I don't just do live stuff. I edit it and I choose which take I want to do, and I'll take out my various stutters and ums and all that stuff. But I think that's the best way. I mean, that's what musicians do.
That's kind of how I do it too.
Like Nirvana did not come up with "Smells Like Teen Spirit," just writing in a room. They were just jamming and came up with it in a spontaneous way, and then they polished it, and then they go to a studio, and then they do the best version of it.
I used to do that, but then I got converted into scripting. It's just so fucking much easier to get everything right.
It's harder for me because I with scripts, like, I often sound wooden reading it, like it's. Mm-hmm. It's much easier. Yeah, I mean, my spontaneity, I'm not all... I sort of cover a lot of bases, and I have trouble focusing, but usually with editing, I manage to do it to, until it works.
You know who's good at...
You don't release that many videos, do you, Abby?
Oh, me? Oh, no, I don't have all that many. I'm not as prolific as... Any of you?
I'm not prolific whatsoever, but you seem to sort of, when you do a video, it seems to be sort of from the heart, which I like, because it seems to be unscripted and you just kind of say how you feel, and I like that.
Thanks. I have a lot of old videos too. I do, sketches like between myself. Like I play different characters. Like I do that kind of style video. Like Like my most recent one of those was called the Sharia Cookbook, and it's just like if the Quran was a cookbook, and just sort of it's weird. And then I used to do
Is this like the Twilight Zone episode?
No, it's silly. It's like a silly like back and forth with two different characters. One of the characters is a rational person, and the other character is just a regressive idiot. And yeah, so it's called the Sharia Cookbook. And then a couple years ago, I did one called The Pink Elephant in the Room, and it was about just like the weirdness of Christianity and homophobia, and it's just, you'd have to see it. It's hard to explain, but yeah. So yeah, a lot of the videos, my recent videos haven't been that many, but in the past, like if you dig through my channel, you'll find a bunch of videos.
What's a good amount of videos to make? Because I feel that less, it's quality better than quantity. I think I make too many videos, and I think like
I don't know, because you're pretty consistent in the quality, and the ones that are quicker, it's not like a waste or anything. It's good. It's getting more people to your channel. It serves a purpose. So I don't think you've wasted your time at all.
Yeah.
Speaking of doxing, did anybody see? We weren't talking about that. Did anybody see Bewildered Ape? Did anybody see what somebody said about Bewildered Ape today?
No.
I don't know if you saw that, Devin.
Twitter?
I know that little shit. Yeah, he's been. Somebody's found out what he looks like and what his real name is.
Oh God, send me a picture. Oh please.
I'll bring it up in a second. Let me bring it. He used to advertise that he used to get like amazing pussy.
Oh come on.
No, seriously, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Be honest, his real face looks like the face he uses in his videos, right?
It's almost the same. It's almost the same. But give me a second. I'll bring it up and I'll screen share. Just give me a sec.
Wait, so do you guys like Bewildered Ape or you hate him?
No.
I don't.
Why would anyone like Bewildered Ape?
I don't know a lot about YouTubers.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I had no opinion on him. I knew what he'd done to, or attempted to do to Thunderfoot, but then he tried to attack Devon. So
Yeah,
then
but it's a rigged question. Do you love or hate him? I mean, he's not even worthy of hate. It's just it's nothing. It's like saying, do you hate the booger in your nose? It's like, I don't even think about the booger in my nose.
You don't think about the booger in your nose?
Now I do.
I mean, you should think about the boogers in your nose.
I should give it more thought. You're right. I'll do a video about that.
You really should. That shit should not be tolerated.
Yeah, right. No bats in the cave. That'll be my next title.
Right. I mean, you don't want your nose whistling the whole time you're making a video.
Do you guys know the other day I woke up and I thought I was having like a fever dream, and I saw Sargon of Akkad in a hangout with Jenny McDermott, Bewildered Ape, and like that douche from England. What's his name? You got Kevin Logan. Yeah.
Wait, was this a dream or was it
No, it happened. This actually happened. And I honest to God, I have no idea why he did it. I don't know what they discussed or why he thought that was a worthwhile investment of his time. Does anybody have any light to shed on that?
I'm going to have to look this up. This is fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, that's really diving into the rat's nest. Damn it.
Silence.
Well, part of me wants to do something similar because I understand that it's nice and easy when you're among friends and people that sort of quote-unquote like you, or at least for now, until you talk about race or some controversial issue. But I'm up for it. I'm up for a little dissent. I'm up for going against some people who hate me.
Well, I tried to get Creationist Cat in his hangout.
How'd it go?
Not very well. But I'm not going to advertise that publicly. I'll tell you about it later, Devin. But he didn't. He was supposed to come back to me today, and
you just did advertise it.
Well, I said that I tried to get him in there, but I won't tell you what he said about it.
Screenshot it to me, and I'll post it.
Yeah, I know you will.
Oh my God, you had Laughing Witch in there too.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah, there was Laughing Witch, Kevin Logan, Bewildered Ape. It was like that. Who else was in there? Just the lowest underside of the internet, like scraping the underside of the barrel.
This is like the YouTube equivalent of walking across hot coals. Like, why did he do this? What was he trying to prove?
Well, I think he sort of he went in there. I don't know if he was trying to just clear the air or something, but I mean, Sargon didn't come out of it looking bad because Sargon hadn't actually done anything wrong, but.
Oh. His majestic beard always reigned supreme at the end of it.
Exactly.
But Jenny McDermott had her little birds on her shoulder, and it was just so creepy. It was just so Cruella de Vil. Like, I just want to see her with a long cigarette and just ashing it on some Dalmatian.
Yeah, with the Dalmatian kind of wrap around her, yeah.
Yeah. Well, somebody buy her a fur coat and just send it to her address. I think it's public somewhere on 4chan.
I'm trying to find this, man. I'll find this in a second. Where the fuck is it? Somebody sent me it this morning. It's on my notes. There we go. Oh, no, hang on. No,
so I'm curious to know, Abby, why did you start YouTube? I mean, you started back in the old days. What was the first video? Like, why?
Oh, okay. I was literally just goofing off. It was, I don't know. I wanted to do just silly, just kind of what the fuck kind of videos, and then I stumbled upon like people talking about religion, and I just couldn't resist. I just had to jump on that.
So religious people, what's the word? Did they annoy you? Did they frustrate you?
It's like the bane of my existence. Like I was not raised religious, and it was sort of traumatic for me going through school with people who believed in hell, and like it was just like it was just so foreign to me, you know, like I don't know. I just figured out right away that it was about a tyranny. It was a celestial dictatorship, as the great Hitch used to say. And I really felt that kind of tyranny from the beginning, and I wanted to speak out against it.
Well, let me throw this question out to the panel. Is it too easy to go after religious people? Are we just, patting ourselves in the back and just shooting fish in a barrel? Because it doesn't seem like a fair fight.
I think that applies to creationists, but I don't think it applies to Muslims anymore. Like, you can see and Dave Rubin is pointing this out. It's like an organized attack against him, and they literally tag team. Like, one will take over after the other one steps out. Literally, like Reza Aslan posted on Twitter, like, "Oh, my wife doesn't want me attacking Sam Harris anymore." But the next day, he goes on with Dean Obadiah, and Dean Obadiah tweets to me that when I went after him, that Reza Aslan told him what to say on the CNN interview and to call him a bigot and to get him mad. So they're literally like handing off the baton. Oh, now you go after him. Okay, now you go after him.
Wait.
And so it's not easy to go after to talk about Islam yet.
But was that bigot with 2 G's or 1 G? But I'm not talking about. See, what you're talking about is just attacking Muslims and not really attacking Islam and its beliefs.
The people we really need to go after are people who should know better, people who aren't religious, who are being too soft on Muslims, and they're allowing them to get away with what they. I mean, some people are so far gone, it's like, I don't know who is capable of getting to those people, but we really need to attack the people who are allowing this to happen.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody's making videos where the central theme is, hey, Muslims, there is no such thing as Allah, and here's 100 reasons. We're not even there. We're so far removed from that discussion. It's more like, hey, Muslims, fuck you. Stop killing us. We're not going to buy into Sharia law. And, hey, all you other people who are pretending this isn't happening, fuck you people too.
Well, that's why, like, the moderates, the word moderate and fundamentalist is totally disbalanced when it comes to, like, Christians and Muslims. Like, a Muslim fundamentalist has to be chopping off heads and blowing himself up to be a fundamentalist. But to be a fundamentalist Christian, you just have to be kind of a creationist and against a gay marriage. It's totally disproportionate. Now, there are people who believe in Sharia law. You should stone apostates, and those are called moderates. So it's totally it's not proportionate at all, the standards that they're holding for Muslims right now.
I heard through the grapevine, Lalo, that you were a secular fundamentalist. So where do you get off criticizing other fundamentalists?
Am I a secular fundamentalist? I would say I'm a free. I'd say I'm a free speech fundamentalist.
I'm kidding, dude. There's no such thing as secular fundamentalist. But,
okay.
Don't you worry about it. I got your back. You can do no wrong in my book. The only time you could ever do wrong is if you disagree with me on anything. And then,
have you ever disagreed with me on something really strong? You're like, where you thought the Gash is like totally making an ass out of himself right now?
The Gash screwing up. The thought has never crossed my mind. But we could, I'm sure, delve into topics where I would take disagreement with you. I mean, with me and my fans, I don't even want to I would never call them fans. Stalkers, I prefer. But with me and my stalkers, I think our main disagreements are guns. Maybe.
Oh, I totally
drugs.
agree with you on guns.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was another thing that it's like hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
I disagree with Sam Harris on guns, so this is like pretty. I don't know. It's a weird topic. Let me ask Logic. Do you what would you say you disagree with your fans on the most?
My fans have all kinds of opinions. I don't think that really makes any sense to even ask.
You don't have that kind of fan base, though, do you, Logic? You don't have like the cult that Devon has.
No, not really.
Yeah, but if somebody were to criticize you, they go, "Oh, there goes Logic with his little pet issue of X." I disagree with it.
Well, I don't know. There'd probably be some people who are like, "Hey, why aren't you criticizing Muslims?"
Oh, really?
Probably, yeah.
They think you're not doing that enough.
If you're talking about the people who actually like me, they're like, why are you still talking about creationism?
Okay.
And my response is because it's funny.
Right.
I do like that video that you made of what was that old guy, the guy with the beard? What's he called? That you do the voice of?
Jesus. Oh, Padre.
Yes. My God, I love that.
God.
Hey, Luke.
Luke's come in for 5 minutes because he's going to go to sleep because he's.
Yeah. Late night in London.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, pal. Tell us about the argument that you have with Vindicator. That's what I want to know about real quick before you go to bed.
Do we have to open this can of worms again?
Yes, please.
Well,
yes, but condense it to about 2 minutes, if you can.
Okay, well, quickly, it was going off the Justicar video on, I think it was age of consent.
Yeah, just to give some backstory, Justicar, people were arguing whether a 9-year-old can give consent to have sex.
So Justicar made...
Apparently
really?
not. Yeah, weird, right?
Are you sure? I'm in trouble.
Go ahead, Luke.
Well, Justicar made a comment on one of his videos on YouTube in the comment section that it came out that he had some sexual interaction when he was 9 years old with a 20-year-old guy.
Whoa.
And basically his position was, I was fully compos mentis at that age. I knew what was going on, therefore I could consent. And his argument was just that it's possible for some 9 and even as low as 7-year-olds to consent because they're advanced for their age and whatnot. And Vernaculus agreed with this, and then Vindicator agreed with this as well.
I think Vindicator agreed with it because he's trying to make new friends, but that's a separate point altogether. Because he doesn't like Devon anymore.
Oh.
I know, it's terrible, man. I was crying the other night about it. Me and Devon and Vindicator had a hangout maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And it's the only hangout I ever bailed on.
Yeah, well, that was funny.
The conversation was going nowhere. I was like, oh my God, just get me out of this fucking thing. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go real quick back. But the only time I've ever done it.
People are supposed to not like you. I'm not here to be liked. That's like a beauty pageant. This is not that. In fact, if I was in a beauty pageant and they said, how are you going to get to world peace? My answer would be intentionally provocative. I'm not going to give you the answer that you're wanting to hear. I'm going to, try. That's fun for me. It's not fun to just get up and be vanilla. I mean, what is that? Who wants to do that?
You are vanilla. You're white.
Yeah,
He's very vanilla.
He's sniping at me like he was Boris, man.
Isn't vanilla like dark brown or something?
Pretty much.
He's white, but not vanilla.
Right.
No, I'm joking, of course.
Yeah, why is vanilla the term for being boring? That's racist.
I know, because I love vanilla. I think vanilla is one of the best flavors.
I think it's just because it's the basic flavor, not because it's a bad flavor. Because to be vanilla also is not a bad thing. It just means you're the submissive.
Just boring. I never found it boring though.
But I don't know if it means I'm boring. It's just it's more simple. Or it's also to be the more submissive one, not necessarily negative.
Are we still talking about ice cream?
Hey, to Gash.
Go,
who do you
Gash.
got coming up on the podcast?
What? What's that?
Who do you got coming up on the podcast?
Possibly Peter Boghossian soon.
Mercedes Carrera.
I asked Mercedes. She was happy to be on sometime soon.
With or without camera.
I think Mercedes always uses camera. I think.
Yeah, she does.
And what would you discuss with her theoretically? Her
Her
life.
The porn. I'm fascinated by the porn industry, and when I was in UCSB, I took a porn studies class.
Say what? Say what? Stop.
You didn't know about this? You want to hear some funny stories?
Stop diminishing my former school, please.
No, it was a great class. It was run by a feminist studies teacher. She had it was called pornography as an industry. And so you know how like students crash a course, right? They're not signed up for it, but they want to see if they can get a space in. And this was the most attempted to crash course at UCSB. So the first day, you have all the students signed up, and like the rows are full of people. Everybody wants to crash the course. I was a film student. It's a film studies class, so I get preferential treatment, so I can get in much easily. But everybody who's not a film studies student wants to take this course, right? So the teacher has to deal with all these people coming in, like 100 extra people in the classroom who want to take this course. So what does the teacher do to get rid of some students? Well, the first class, she shows a full 1 hour without, pauses, gay porn. and just like 2/3 of the class, just they walk out and leave.
Hold on. What kind of gay? Male or female?
Male. And I think that was the first time I'd seen gay porn, and I don't know if you guys have actually sat down for a full hour to watch any porn nonstop. But on top of that, it was like
about 5 minutes.
Porn. And I think so I powered through it because I really wanted to take the class. And for a while that class ruined pornography to me because we actually would watch full pornos, like beginning to end.
Oh, movies, you mean?
Yeah, like Deep Throat. Yeah, Deep Throat, but the whole thing. Opening credits to closing credits.
Wow.
Men don't do that. I don't know if women know this. We don't watch pornos.
You see, all you just high school grads who never went to college. You see what you were missing?
Yeah, exactly.
This is what we were doing in college.
College has become porn.
Yeah. But I'm still fascinated by like the porn industry, so I'd like to talk. I mean, I could talk to her partly about that, and also she's into this whole social justice thing and kind of also regressive stuff. So
it is fascinating.
She's pretty big on that one. And
she's all about that.
She's a very intelligent woman. She's a very intelligent woman. I remember watching her on the Drunken Peasants, and she was, I don't know, it was very impressive person.
You know who she reminds me of?
I have a picture of Bewildered Ape if anyone wants to watch it real quick.
Put it up.
Anyone want to see it real quick?
Yeah, somebody get tweeted.
Let me see if I can share it.
Would it be considered doxing if we put it up?
No, because it's already been done. So.
All right.
Hang on.
I have a little run-in with the porn industry. I did the website for Sasha Grey, and I met her. I was responding to a Craigslist ad for a web designer, and I go to meet this client at a coffee bean, and it's Sasha Grey, and she was like 18, fresh off the boat.
Oh wait, you didn't know it was her before you met her at the?
No. Yeah, I just walked up and it was her and her boyfriend, and she's like, "Yeah, I need a website," and so we had all these discussions, and I would go to her house and meet up with her, and I made this website. It's still up on my personal portfolio site, and she was a cool girl though. And
can you all see this guy, by the way? Do we need to stop doing this now? Can you see this guy? This is Bewildered Ape. He gets some good gash.
No, we can't see anything. We just see the gash. We see the hangout.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, screwed it.
All right, never mind.
It's not much to see. It's just
he's not. He's just a douche.
Not much to look at. He's not a gash.
Definitely not a gash, pal. Definitely not. He's not the gash. He has no.
Is he not a beautiful man?
He looks like your average kind of douchebag with an ugly wife.
Beautiful man. Luke, name a beautiful man in your estimation.
Apart from myself.
That is a hetero answer if I've ever heard one.
There you go.
Fred Martin. I always call Fred a beautiful man. He's a beautiful black man.
Fred's not a bad-looking guy.
The Frenchman.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, never considered it. Yeah, he is gorgeous.
Now it's funny. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Anybody else willing to go on record as to who a beautiful man is? Abby, you got it. That's an easy one for you.
Oh, where do I think a lot of men are beautiful. Let me think.
Name one.
Name one. Gregory Peck.
Yes.
Oh.
Old,
what year?
Oh,
Guns have never run.
the year the movie Spellbound was made. The Hitchcock movie Spellbound.
Really? That's very interesting.
He was hot.
I prefer a 13-year-old Gregory Peck. He was really peak. He was downhill after that. I'll go on record. I'll give you a good-looking man. The lead actor from Vikings.
Oh yeah, he's a good-looking man.
Well, he's an Australian model, but I mean, so it's not exactly a controversial statement, but I'll give it up for that guy. That guy, you know, I wouldn't mind trading physical forms with that dude.
I'm going to say Jimi Hendrix.
That's interesting. And you kept it within your race, which is very telling.
Well, I've got to represent.
I would say Riff.
I got to represent.
Name some white guys too.
That'd be so awesome if you're like some North Korean actor. You're like, yeah, that guy's amazingly good looking. Just not gonna happen.
Ray Fiennes is a good looking man.
Yeah, he was. Especially, well, you just saw Schindler's List.
Yes. But then again, so is Liam Neeson.
Yeah, and we got off. Well, yeah.
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson is hot.
And notice that Anthony just named an Irishman and an Englishman. So he's basically saying that he is good looking. He's like, people that come from my island is what I'm telling you.
Any bald-headed man is good looking, if you can rock the bald head.
Watch the Gash drop a Chilean on us.
You know what's a really odd thing that I heard there was some song playing in the restaurant, and it's this woman singing like she doesn't like men unless they look like Mick Jagger.
like
totally motherfucker.
Really big lip. Richard Ashcroft, he has like those big lips, that rock and roll kind of face.
Yeah, like Mick Jagger is. You know, if you ask me to name a gorgeous man, Mick Jagger is like the last guy on the list that I would think of. I don't.
There's this sort of there are guys who have sort of that like ugly, like sexy ugliness going on.
Sexy ugliness.
I think it's more the size of the mouth. You can do a lot with a mouth that size.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so can a dog.
You know what's a big difference between men and women is that women don't have the standard of fuckable. It's not like women have the standard like, oh, he's kind of ugly, but he's good enough just to have sex with and not call the next day with like 5 shots and then like walk off.
I think the other difference is there's other factors that go into whether or not a man is attractive to a woman, whereas I don't think men are as forgiving the other way around. It's like
actually, in Italy, in the north of Italy, when I was going out, a couple of friends of mine did actually have a standard of fuckable and not fuckable, but it had nothing to do with the way the people looked, but of how thick their cashback was.
Mm-hmm.
How thick their what?
Their wallet.
Yeah.
Their wallet.
Oh no, I don't care about that.
Right, like for example, if a guy is assessing a girl and whether or not he wants to fuck her, how much money the girl has is literally a non-factor. It just doesn't matter
She
at
could
all.
literally be a bum.
Yeah.
I would have sex with a hot bum.
Have you ever been to hotbum.com?
No, there's no such thing.
No, but I'm going to start it tonight. I'm GoDaddy right now.
He's working on it, right?
Imagine Sofia Vergara was like a bum on the street. Would you not hit that?
No, they actually did a study of this where they asked people of both genders to rate the attractiveness of a guy, and they'd have a picture of this guy in a car. But
the car, right? Yeah.
And it would be the same exact picture, but the guy in a nice car versus a beat-up car. And the scores completely varied for the women. They're like, they just didn't find him attractive when he was in like, a crappy little car.
I saw the same study done with.
That's not. I don't. That's really doesn't relate to me at all. Really? I couldn't care less about a car.
So she says.
What are you about? You're about just chiseled jawlines?
No, I'm about like charisma and confidence and I don't know. Looks. I mean, looks matter, but
Well, let me ask you.
I think Christopher Hitchens is totally fuckable.
Yeah.
Well,
I would totally.
Yeah, but he's a bad example because he's unattractive and he has money, and I mean he's a bad example. If you really want to go for examples, I mean there are people who just have different standards. For me, a person can be ugly, a person can be but I just can't fuck a guy who is too stupid. I just can't.
Yeah, that's exactly the number one thing for me is the mind. I'm attracted to brains.
Christopher Hitchens does not have a brain anymore. I don't know what you're talking about, but he is not fuckable anymore. Trust me, I've seen him.
Too soon. Too soon.
But let me ask this to the women: would you guys have sex with a really hot guy that not only did he not have brains, but you detested him, you hated him?
No. Nope.
No. I'm sure every guy here would have sex with a woman they detested, but they like a supermodel.
Oh, Lala, we could name 5 women right now who we'd hate fuck instantly. Abby Martin, Anna Costello.
No, God, why do we share a name? Why do I have to share a name with her? Why do I have to share a name?
Abby Martin, definitely. I detest that woman. I really think like the world would be better. I would totally.
She's very pretty. She's very good looking. She's beautiful, but she's just so annoying and horrible.
Pretty much every woman at Fox News. Oh, really?
Yeah.
The women on Fox News are not that annoying.
It's to me.
Say what, Luke?
Abby Martin, I think her looks massively overrated.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we live in a world where people think Jacqueline Glenn is pretty.
Yeah.
But I kind of get more attracted to women when I dislike them. Does that make me sick?
Well,
is there something wrong with me?
Just a little bit, Tom.
Is there something wrong with me?
Weren't we talking about your rape fantasy stuff?
That was not my fantasy. We're talking about the woman's fantasy then.
Well, I know. I heard the word rape associated with you quite a bit.
Oh, God. Quote mining.
Where there's smoke, there is rape fire.
Quote mining alert.
Yep.
Some of this is going to stick.
Lala, how did that conversation with Skeptor go today? Because I was listening to that all the way back. I was driving back from Snyder today, like 2 hours drive. It was good. I listened to the whole thing. He annoyed me a little bit.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
No. I think I kind of agreed with the corrections he made to me on feminism. But there was a couple things that I disagreed with that for the sake of time and not to get stuck on one argument that I just kind of let by. I mean that's a thing where you're having like a live hangout.
Like yeah, I know. Yeah. But we usually do those recorded. I kind of wondered why you'd done that one live.
Who is this guy? Can somebody sum him up for me?
Skeptor. He's an Israeli. He's kind of in with Sargon.
Okay, I like him. I like him already. Okay.
Really?
Hold on. Is he an Arab?
He's an Israeli. Oh, is that the
He's
Israeli?
an Israeli Jew in Israel.
Okay. Yeah. Circumcised, obviously.
Of course.
So
he's very. He's also very.
Don't start with
social justice stuff and feminist stuff more than atheism, I think.
It was an interesting conversation. I mean, I did listen to the entire thing, and it was good. It was good. But I don't know. He seemed to cut you off a lot. And I don't know.
Yeah, he almost.
This is my though. You let that guy talk.
I think I did. Well, I don't think I interrupted him that much, did I?
So he interrupted you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there was like a couple parts where he was almost like bothered that I had began talking, but
yeah. Like, no. So
I was like trying to talk. He's like, no. He's like, stop.
yeah. It's all right, dude. Fuck off.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah. A nice guy though.
He's a smart guy. He still had interesting things to say.
Let me
chatted the other day. Lalo chatted to him the other day, didn't he? And a guy called Ahmed, was it?
Yeah.
What was it about?
There are too many people named Ahmed. There's
Israel, Palestine.
Yeah, so some people were tweeting at me that I should be that conversation, so I was listening to it a bit. I wasn't really familiar with Skeptor too much, and I sent him a message like, "Do you want me to come in?" And he's like, "Yeah, go for it." And I think we had a good conversation.
Did you guys solve the crisis over there?
Yep, it's over.
It's
done.
Did anything? Let me ask you: did anything new come from the conversation? Like, what did you take from it that is a new thought?
Well, Skeptor lives in Israel, and it's always good to hear from people in the country and their point of view. There's a girl who also follows me, Yael, she's like at the Thinking Zionist. I talk with her quite a lot, and she tells me a lot about the politics in Israel in much more detail than I could research. She tells me more about what's going on. So that's good to learn from people in that degree. But
okay.
Yeah.
Go into Gaza and kill everyone.
Cushion.
Jesus. Yeah, wise, very wise. I would like to bring this back to sex if I could.
Always.
Okay. Let me put it to Abby. I have a either or for you. Who would you prefer to have sex with?
Okay.
Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump?
Oh God. Bernie
Wow,
Sanders.
that's amazing.
I'm gonna have to go with Bernie Sanders.
Wow. And he's given up a few years. I mean, that's an older man.
Yeah.
You have grandpa complex or something.
No, definitely not. I just don't want to have sex with Donald Trump.
Yeah, I could see it. Do you date guys who are taller than you or shorter than you?
Much, much taller. I've dated. It's weird that my boyfriends have all been not just taller than me, just tall in general, which is odd. I think they just like they like that I'm so short.
And is it too personal to ask if there's complications during sexual activity?
No, actually, it's fine because it's like I'm short people are kind of like it's the legs and arms that are the short part. Everything else is like the same. Like it's the differences are apparent when you're standing up.
Right. Okay. So we're all basically the same size horizontally.
Well, not the same, but there's more difference between the limbs than there are in the torso.
Okay.
So this conversation.
Devin always does this to his fellow.
This is why, in case anybody wants to have 7% viewers being female, this is when you invite them into a hangout, ask them about their sexual preferences. That'll win them over.
Yeah, that'll break the ice.
But you know what? It's not me. That's one refreshing thing. I'm not the only person who has no women subscribers. It's everybody.
Yeah, no, it's like everybody.
Yeah, women just don't give a fuck. They don't care about it.
Abby, how many do you have?
How many subscribers?
Women?
A little over. Let me check. 7,000 something now. Thank you. It used to be in the 6,000s.
No, I mean, how many are women?
Oh, how many are women? Oh, I'd have to check this. It's something like what you mentioned. It's a similar dynamic. Like it's mostly like 40-year-old guys and just not very many women.
That's awesome. That's what Toby Kid Major has. She's like
everybody.
Oh, I'm popular, but it's like all middle-aged guys. I wonder why they're watching me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're not alone in this scenario. So.
That'd be awesome. I would love to have a bunch of cougars watching me. Like 90% of my fans were like 50-year-old women. I would love it.
Can I just announce the dog has been found? So hooray! Thank you very much.
Alive or dead?
Alive.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nice.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of that fat woman I once did a video on who lost her cat. And
yes.
And then she finds the cat and she goes, "Screw you, atheist! You're so mean."
No, my wife was literally in the living room. She was like just worried sick, making phone calls, crying and shit like that.
Well,
and then the phone rang and I answered it and it's some woman that's found it. So hooray!
The sad thing is she chalked it up to answered prayer. Because
I was praying. I was literally. I'm joking. I wasn't.
Now, how much do you have to pay to get the dog back? Is the question.
Now that was the thing, right? Good question logic, because she said to me, "Okay, well, I offered her a reward." So she says, "Do you have any cash on you?" So I pulled my wallet out. I've got like $150 in cash in my wallet, and I pulled the 20 out, and she goes, "No, just give me your wallet." What the fuck? Do not show her how much money is in my wallet, because she's gonna want all of it. Fuck that bitch. All she's done is get this fat dog in the back of a car. How much money does that take? $20. Thank you very much. Fucking Jesus Christ. Anyway, carry on. I'm sorry.
You're haggling over the life worth of your pet?
It's not my fucking pet.
Oh.
It's not my dog. My dog's already here.
Those are fighting words. The dog's part of your family.
That dog isn't. It's
But
just a leech.
we should all be so flattered because he chose this hangout instead of, further searching for the dogs.
Yeah, no, it was like Sophie's choice for the guy, and he made the choice easily.
Me and Devin were talking about it before we went live. He's like, "What, you're doing this and you're not looking after the dog?" Fuck that dog. Fucking shit. Because it's not mine. So anyway.
Oh man, your true evil nature rears its head.
Not really.
You should have given her $20 to keep the dog.
Yes, that would have been better because it cost me about $20 a week to keep it. So there's $20 and keep it for the rest of your life. Thank you very much. Anyway,
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes, Lalo.
Since you guys are all YouTubers, Logic and Abby and everyone, this week especially, I met with a lot of friends and family, and a lot of them have discovered what I do with the tweeting and YouTubing, and they just either they laugh or they either look at me weird. And I try to explain what I'm doing, and they just can't get it. I'm like, they're like, what you make videos about? What? It's like I talk with people about how God doesn't exist, and they're like, what? Why would you do that? And they're like, who are these people? They're like, oh, people I met on Twitter. And I'm like, I talked to Dave Rubin. What's a Dave Rubin? And,
what's a Dave Rubin?
Do you guys get this, like in your personal lives too, with people who know what you do but don't understand what you do?
Yeah. I don't talk about it much with people. The people who know I'm on YouTube think I'm just doing comedy skits, like just silly, random stuff. They don't really know the extent of it. And my mom knows, but she's just like, she likes that she's okay with it, and she likes the message and everything. She's an atheist too, but she's just always, she doesn't want me to keep wasting my time making videos. She wants me to just paint, and that's the only thing she wants me to do. I don't know. She just wants me to do what I went to school for and not waste my time on YouTube.
Yeah, most of my friends know that I make videos, and they're fine with it. And then my parents actually fucking watch my videos, unbelievably.
That must be weird.
It kind of is, because I'm sitting here like swearing my ass off and talking about jizz all over the place and masturbation on the bus. And
I get that, but you're still you, though, right? When your parents listen to it, they're still thinking, well, yeah, that's still my son.
Yeah, right.
So there's nothing too weird about it.
No, there's not. There's a little element of weird, though. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want you to listen to this one, but all right, whatever. Good enough.
For me, nobody really cares. I mean, this reminds me. Back when I was on Facebook, before I had my YouTube channel, I would like write these really vitriolic posts about how atheism is the new thing and that these people, religious people, are idiots. And here are all my thoughts. 0 likes. Nobody cares, dude.
It's weird, isn't it? That is the weirdest thing.
And if I explained it to my sister or my father, they'd be like, "Oh, that's cute, Devin. Let me pat you on the head. You have your little hobby." In fact, my girlfriend barely watches any videos. I mean, she just watched one. She watched this hangout I did with this black guy from Memphis, this teacher. And I was like, oh my God, my girlfriend watched one of my videos. Like, what did I say anything that was I shouldn't have said? Like, I'm thinking back.
But you never do.
I don't know. I've gotten into some trouble for some of the things I've said.
Like what?
Well, you can get into trouble for hangouts because there's no going back. There's no editing.
In trouble with who?
The world. I mean, you're just more off the cuff, so it's easier to make a mistake, perhaps, or to say.
Yeah.
There's quite a few things at this point I've regretted saying on.
That's why I've been kind of quiet, because I'm afraid of making a mistake.
Yeah.
I'd normally be a little bit more chatty, but I just.
Welcome to my world.
But that's the thing. That's the thing I like about live hangouts and stuff like that. Because when you do these live hangouts, people will say things that, they don't speak out of turn or anything like that. But sometimes like me and Devin and other people have done like a 5-hour fucking hangout, and you've been in one Logic, and then you'll get comments that are people trying to dissect what you've said live.
Yeah.
I have this issue. This is just a fucking conversation. I mean.
I have this problem where sometimes I'll say the exact opposite of what I actually mean to say live.
Oh no.
Like I will actually choose the opposite word. It's not just not instead of not.
So what is that, nerves or?
Sometimes
no, it's just an everyday conversation. I just do it sometimes. It really pisses me off, actually.
Okay.
It's kind of a
you're
weird.
Being contrary with yourself. You're like.
Yeah, and then I don't even realize that I've said it, and then somebody says, "Wait, you just said." Are you sure that's what you meant? And I'm like, oh no, I meant the exact literal opposite of that.
Yeah, but what you have when you create any kind of YouTube channel. I mean, I have fucking 800 subscribers, and I'm talking a Logic and Devin and Lalo that have thousands or whatever. But once you have any kind of following, no matter what you say is going to be analysed and pulled apart and all that kind of rest of it. Yep. So I understand what you're saying, Logic, when you say you want to script things, so that pulling it apart and dissecting it makes it all the more difficult. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, at least having the editing, but the scripting really makes it a lot easier, because it's a lot quicker to modify a script than it is to modify audio that you've already recorded.
And the problem with that is that I'll do the same thing Logic said as well. I'll reverse what I wanted to say, or for example, when I was talking with Dave Rubin, I think I referred to Sam Harris as a neoliberal instead of a neocon. Do you know how many tweets I had to respond to about that? I'm like, yes, I know the difference. Yes, I know the difference. I know the difference. It was a slip of the tongue, and I have to deal with that for like a few days, you know. And the problem is, like, in like a year or 2 years, I'm gonna still get tweets about it.
That'll be on your fucking tombstone, dude. That will be on your tombstone.
You get a lot on Wellman, don't you?
I get a
lot of feedback on your chat with Wellman.
Not that much, really. I get criticisms for having spoken to him.
Well, people saying you should have been harsher and stuff like that.
Some people say I should have been softer. Some people say I should have been harder. Some say you did fine. Some people say you shouldn't have spoken to him at all. Some people say you should speak to him more. I get everything. I find it funny, like I've spoken to this with Devin about how people who are anonymous online, have very few followers, are very eager to tell us how to run our channels and what to say.
Not everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm talking, I will say something and I hear myself saying it and it sounds terrible. And it sounds like, oh my God, people are going to take that out of context. And I'm like, I instantly try to like backtrack and like smooth it over. And then other times I'll be talking. Yeah, right. But you can't. It's like already out there in the ether.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I'll be talking and I'll start thinking to myself, I'm talking right now. And in my head, I'm thinking.
I know. I do that too.
Yeah. I'm just like, there are hundreds of people listening to me talk, and they don't have any idea that I have no idea what I'm saying right now. I'm literally not even thinking about what I'm talking about. And I'm like,
that goes back to what Sam Harris says, doesn't it? It's like, you know, when he talks about free will, it's like you don't know what next door's going to be in your head.
Yeah, and then you're just lost.
Riffing, almost. I mean, especially when you're talking live on a hangout, it is just riffing. If genuinely you have nothing to say, and if genuinely you're not that much of a person, don't join a hangout, because you're just going to be sat there like dumbstruck.
And then you can get real paranoid with it, and you start thinking, oh my God, people are expecting me to say something worthwhile. They're here. They're taking time out of their lives. Their kids are crying in the other room. They're like, fuck it, Devin's talking. He has nothing to say.
Like one of the things, I was talking about those traffic jams in my head, and one of the things that starts that is the kind of thing where I realize that I'm talking a real, like just think about something very arbitrary, and then like it just like, screws it up.
You just did it. You just did it just then.
I did it. I just did it.
You did. Just did it. Just then.
I totally just did it.
The day before yesterday, I got a tweet that seemed interesting. Somebody said, "Oh, Lalo, can you follow me? I want to DM with you about something very complicated, so I need more space to talk." I was like, "Oh, this is curious. What do they want to talk about?" So I go into the DM and it's like, "Hi, Lalo. I'd like to talk to you about Devin." I was like, "Fuck, Jesus Christ!" I'm like, Devin, I like Devin, but I want to talk about like these certain things I have a problem with. I'm like, why are you telling me?
I get offers like that.
Why?
Yeah. Exactly, dude. Me and you are getting the spill off from this.
Yeah, what is this? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of The Godfather. Like they're using my associates to get to me, and they're like trying to plan a hit or something.
Never gonna happen.
Like,
Never gonna happen.
Why is somebody talking to you guys about how they hate me? Just come to me.
It's so bizarre. I tell them the same thing. Like, why am I speaking for Devin, or you want to talk?
I don't even know these people. The only person in this room that I've touched physically is the black man, Luke. That's the only guy I know in person in this room.
Yep.
So, like,
Luke, have you fallen asleep?
No, I'm up.
Oh, okay, just checking, pal.
And not just that they want to talk about you, but they're interested in like psychoanalyzing you, or there's things they don't want you to do. And why does he have to talk the way he talks? Why does he have to be so mean? Why can't he be like this? Oh my God!
I get a lot of that. I get a lot of the meanness. I think, I can sympathize with it on some level. I understand.
You're a bully.
Yeah, it's the bully, and I don't know if being a bully is a bad thing if you're bullying the right people.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I can tell that, like, the heart of it, like, underneath, it's coming from a good place, it's coming from honesty and integrity. So, like, if you're going to bully someone, it's going to be someone who deserves it,
Yeah,
Speaking of which, Abby, are you going to get back on Twitter or what?
On Twitter, maybe. I had removed it because when I started the job, I realized it was link to my YouTube thing, and I couldn't figure out how to unlink it, and I wasn't really using it that much anyway, so I just got rid of it temporarily.
When I asked you about that last week, he says, "Oh no, I switched it off because I wasn't really using it that much." I thought maybe she just switched off because she was getting a lot of shit or something. I don't know.
No, like I just wasn't. I wasn't using it. I wasn't using it that much.
Well, when I searched your name on Twitter, you know, trying to find if you had a handle, and I searched for Ghost. I keep forgetting. Ghostofdayinperson. I searched that, and there's a lot of references to you on Twitter that go back a long, long time, back to 2010.
Oh, really? Like from who? Like from what kind of references?
Oh, I don't know who it was. And it was like I heard one, and I honestly I couldn't say who it was because I've got absolutely no idea. But it's when did Ghostofdayinperson go off the rails?
Somebody said that?
Yeah, this was like 4 years ago. But it's all still there. If you search your name on Twitter, that's what it comes up with.
I'm thinking.
So I don't know if you've gone a little bit mental or something and then just decided to switch it off. I don't know. But anyway, you need to turn it back on. Get yourself a Twitter account because we have a lot of fun on Twitter.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a blast. Now, I have a new topic. I'd like to bring something up. I think it's important. Me. I'd like to talk about the fact that...
it's been about 5 minutes.
Yeah, there was a good 2-minute stretch there, so I just want to bring it back to reality. No, I consider myself a benevolent bully, like a righteous bully. So nobody would say I bully jihadists. Nobody says I bully regressives, or I'm bullying Christians or fundamentalists. That's a good thing. I bully NAMBLA members. Is that, you know, can we get behind that, or is it just no? Don't be a bully at all. Just be nice.
Back up. What? Come on. Nothing wrong with a North American man to say.
Here's what I'll do. I'll hit you guys with 10 nice videos in a row, where I'm just like nice and flowery praise of some group of people, and people are like, why even make that video? What was your point?
One of the things I told the person who messaged me, I told them that because they were saying like, okay, yes, they said they agreed that, well, yes, they have called Devin a racist and that was unlawful, and they agreed with that. But like, oh, you were taking it too far, you know, posting certain pictures on Twitter and things like that. And I told them you have to take something into account. When Devin says this is not like real life. If somebody says fuck you and I say fuck you back, that might be equal attacks. But online, attacks are not equal. When the amazing atheist posts something about you online, it goes to way more people than you're sending to,
right.
and so it's not proportional.
Yeah.
An attack from you, if you post a video, it's not going to as many people as he's posting to.
Yes.
So it's much more damaging. So the counterattack has to be much more aggressive.
Yeah.
Imagine if it wasn't even somebody as big as you. Imagine if they had, you know, a dozen subscribers on YouTube. How do they defend themselves? It's impossible.
Yeah, all of my reaction videos have gotten like a few thousand views, and you know he has hundreds of thousands of views on all of his attacks on me. So what am I supposed to do? I still get there's drunken peasant fans in the chat right now. You know, just dropping little hateful shit to me.
What? I don't see him.
Any of them doing anything interesting?
I'm looking. I don't see shit. I just put NAMBLA for the win, but I don't see. They're all people that I like, for the most part.
I'm sure they're watching. There's some dislikes on the video.
But oh my god, there's people who have nothing better to do.
Somebody's talking about Ben Carson. Is there any coming back from what Ben Carson said this week about the pyramids?
About the pyramids, about the grain size.
I mean, how funny is it that how quick of a Google search or a YouTube search did it take for somebody to find this guy talking about, you know, his theory about Joseph and the pyramids?
Speaking of which, right, and this is a really weird thing. My wife didn't understand what a creationist meant. She didn't understand that a creationist was somebody who thought the Earth was 6,000 years old.
Isn't she from Texas?
Is there a dog? Texas, yeah. Is there a dog drinking water?
There's a dog drinking water. You're absolutely right. There is.
That's really specific, Devin. How did you guess that?
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. Dude, that's so specific.
I am like the Helen Keller of YouTube. Or she couldn't hear. She couldn't hear.
Could she? Hear really well.
Oh, maybe I'm not the
I
Helen
think
Keller.
he's licking Anthony's balls.
That was a dog drinking.
That's the same.
How many fingers am I holding up, Devin? How many fingers?
3.
Damn, no, 2. That was close.
Okay.
So yeah, she just found out that creationists thought Earth was 6,000 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm muting my mic in and out because the dog is still drinking water. So.
I mean, I've called off the dogs on the creationists. I mean, I can't remember the last time I did a video about them.
I can't even think of a decent argument against them. Strangely enough, yesterday I got into an argument with. I was dragged into an argument with some Christian people, and I was blocked simultaneously by about 8 people who were saying that I was going to go to hell, without even coming back with an argument. It was like block capitals, atheists go to hell #.
You know what I would love for some doctors to like put little monitors on an atheist just to see if their heart rate rises when somebody tells them they're going to hell. Like, is there any effect at all? Like, it's just the most white noise statement of all time. By the way, G-Man just uploaded a video today. You guys want to hear the title?
Gary.
Yeah. Gary, where are you?
Gary.
No, so Gary posted this up. It's called "Is the Earth Flat?" ? 4 question marks. Is the Earth flat? And just his dumb, vacant-looking face staring at the camera. Oh God.
Oh no.
I almost want to do.
Sad.
I almost want to do a reaction video just to his thumbnail. Like that's it. I don't need any. I don't need to see anything of it. Yeah, and it's funny because Gary seemed to stop. I think he either watched my reaction video or didn't, but he's sort of lost interest in me, which I guess is a good thing.
I'm going to type this in. I need to see this thumbnail.
Yeah, please, one of the people watching this, go tell me what that video is about. I don't want to watch it, but I want to hear your synopsis of it.
I've never seen one of his videos.
You never watched Gary?
I've never seen one of his videos from start to finish.
What happened to the solidarity with black people?
Well, you know, I'm a race traitor.
You're trying to distance yourself from that one.
Yeah. It was made an hour ago. It has 16 views, or it has 183 views, 15 likes, 7 dislikes.
What? He has a 2-to-1 like to dislike? That's a world record.
I will not lie. Every single video he ever releases has like 183 dislikes to 1 like. But he still releases stuff. I don't know. Maybe he's just a glutton for punishment. I don't know what it is.
The top comment is short, to the point, and something I agree with. Usually it's one of these things, but not this time. And it has 5 likes.
It is a very strange situation, and I haven't interacted with Christians, like fundamentalist Christians, on Twitter forever.
Wait a minute,
like,
Anthony.
At least, yes, sir.
How many syllables in that word you just said?
17.
Say the word Christian again.
Christian.
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 Yeah. Okay, say Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, now say Christian.
Christian. What's your problem, pal?
Now say
we're going to have a fight when we get to I will fight you. I will drag you out to the top and I will fight you.
Now say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Not whip. It's not a whip.
All right. Oh my God.
You stop taking the piss out of me, pal. You'll get every single chance in about 3 weeks.
You're gonna come at me with a cavalcade? How do you use
cavalcade?
That word?
You didn't even know that word meant.
Yeah, I've never used it in my life. Ask Logic; he's never used it either.
And I saw. Oh, whoa! I saw you use that word later after I'd already said it to you. Cavalcade.
In reference to you, I have no idea what it means, and I will not look it up on Google.
Somebody explain it to this dunce. A cavalcade.
Yeah, I feel
cavalcade.
I feel kind of cavalcade-ish right now, actually, if I'm honest.
No, you mean you feel cavalier.
Ah, wow, is that the same word?
No, it's a different word entirely.
Okay.
Will there somebody give this guy an education? Logic, please.
Actually, a lot of people hate me for mentioning my college that I went to. They really are.
Keep mentioning it. It's because you keep mentioning it. Because I went to UCLA and I went to Berkeley and all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
People hate that stuff. They hate that.
They hate it.
Because they didn't.
No, fuck that. Do you know how expensive it is to go to school there? People have every right to just name drop that every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
The amount of money.
I don't get that. Oh, is that what it is?
Well, I mean, I just think it is a little bit relevant when, we got people from Cal State Northridge and high school dropouts, and they're talking to people like me who, I go to the same school that Dawkins taught at and Sam Harris attended. I'm not saying I'm like them. I'm saying I'm better than them.
I would understand if school was free. If school was free there, you could say that. But it's so expensive to study there. You have every right to just
look.
say
I'm not saying I was like sitting there studying and getting smarter. I was sitting there partying and trying to get an A-, so it looked good on my on my transcripts. I mean, I was basically doing what Lala de Gash was doing, which is going to porn studies and film studies and just taking naps in class. That's what school is. It's a big joke. It's a, Lalo, you were there. What were we doing in Santa Barbara?
I was there was like 1 week I got worried because I was like drunk every day of the week.
I'll tell you what you were doing. You were riding your bike and you were wrenching your neck at all the hot blondes that were riding their bikes opposite you.
Yeah, and suntanning like on campus.
Can you imagine how little Gash Reza got at UCSB?
Oh, that just says everything, right? I'm sure not one girl paid attention to him.
He actually seems gay to me.
Yeah, he does. I get that too. I mean, he's like a little brown Elliot Rodgers. That's what I see him as.
Little brown Elliot Rodgers. Yeah, no, and it just makes it worse. I think a lot of the resentment is that he was in UCSB, a place where you're just like in a sea of gorgeous women, and they're just not paying attention to you.
I think that's a big factor. I could see him having a second chapter of his life working at like a Thai massage parlor. Like, he has a future as a ladyboy, is what I'm saying.
He has a campness to him, most definitely.
Yeah, what is that about him? Like, maybe if he grew a beard, would that help?
No.
Not really.
It's just too fat. He needs a respect beard, because I have no respect.
He needs to stop crossing his legs like a lady.
He needs to wear...
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I saw an interview with him once where he was talking to some ass kisser, and they were talking about like dildos, and he was talking about like a butt plug and stuff, and he was...
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, he was doing like this flirty, weird thing with another guy about butt plugs. It was just like, whoa. I'm so not kosher right now. This is no...
Maybe he's still in the closet.
Yeah.
I have somebody in the chat asking if you want to talk about Toby Kid, Devin.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. She said you want to talk about it a little bit more, like how much you're gonna do what you need to do. Only because the last hangout, the three of us were on. Me, you, and Lalo I was trying to encourage you to not do a video on her, but I know you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, you can't stop me.
That shit.
No, I'll do one. But first, I have a subscriber of mine is going to be making a video. About Toby Kid Major, a response video to her.
I know about that.
Oh, you do?
Which is it? Which video is it responding to?
Her hate piece on me where she calls me a racist and a childish dick.
See, I didn't even see that. I saw the one I think it was a bit before that when she was talking about how she didn't like the ban policy, and I actually commented on that video and sort of explained why like the ban policy makes sense, but I didn't see the racist one.
Well, it's funny because, yeah, racist. She goes on to TJ Does Life, and she leaves a comment saying, yeah, I don't know if I should do a video about this guy because he helped me get subscribers, but he is a childish, racist guy and all this.
Oh,
and
no.
And I write to her, and I'm like, dude, how dare you say this? Like, what do you please make a video. I'd love to respond to it. And then she tries to backtrack, and she goes, now, technically, Devin, I never called you a racist. I just said your worldview was racist. Now, if anybody can tell me the distinction between those two things, and then she does a video, the thumbnail of which is titled "Rue is a racist." I'm not kidding. Like, that's the title of the video. So how is she trying to backtrack off? If you're going to call me racist, call me racist. Don't try to say, you say things that are racist. I'm not calling you a racist. You just say racist things.
Right. That's like saying, like, that kind of bleeds into the argument that I made about the religious people. Like, it's like calling, it's the same thing.
Yeah. And actually,
that's really,
Devin, can I tell you one other point I made with that person who had tweeted at me? Because they had gone off on this kind of tangent about you were emotionally abusing people with your bullying, and I asked them, like, be specific. Do you mean like the Canadian atheists and creationist cat and these people? And they were like, yeah, that's what I mean. They're like, oh, what you're saying to Canadian atheists? I'm like,
okay.
Look, if the situation was as follows, if somebody had started a fight and eventually said, you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to engage with you. I'm erasing my videos. I just don't want to interact with you. And please don't talk about me anymore. I'm blocking. Goodbye. And I said, if you had continued, going after that person after that, I might sympathize with what you're talking about. That's not what's going on.
Well, first of all,
these people continuously come back with shit. So to me, it's like when you're saying emotional abuse, bullying. No, these people are getting a lot out of it. I'm sure, like TJ.
Yeah.
The whole thing with him. He doesn't even want to talk with you unless it's on his channel and he'll get subscribers for it. And then this is supposed to be emotional abuse to him?
Yeah.
Nah, come on.
Okay, first of all, let's review.
That's passive-aggressive bullying. They're like reverse bullying you.
Yeah, of course, they're the bullies. Look, let's review. The three people you just mentioned was TJ, the Canadian atheist, and Vadim Newquist. Three people who I do not know, I have never talked to. They have never talked to me. And the first thing those people did, let's go through them. The Canadian atheist made a video calling me a neo-Nazi, comparing me to Ed Norton from American History X. Vadim Newquist tweeted to me and tweeted to thousands of people that I'm a racist and a KKK member, or that I'm affiliated with those groups. Okay, and the amazing atheist, in front of hundreds of thousands of people, called me a racist over and over again. Stupid, racist, this and that. So these are the people, and that is the first thing. That's first blood. I don't know these people. It's like I come onto my laptop, open up, and I see these attacks, and then my response gets criticized? That's ridiculous. Plus, if I'm emotionally bullying to the Canadian atheist, what are we going to call his audition tape? What did that do to me? that traumatized me. I'm seeking counsel.
Your life.
My Google search
is German guard now your trigger word?
Yeah. Before I got on this hangout, I was doing Google searches for Las Vegas psychiatrist because I want to talk to somebody about what that did to me. I mean, how could he think monotone equals good acting? Like, when has that ever been the case?
If he's in a black and white 1920s German movie.
I guess Christopher Walken is kind of monotone.
He is, but my God, he has some character to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I love Christopher Walken.
Crazy eyes.
Yeah, he's cool.
But
I presume everybody has seen the video. Logic, have you seen that? Please tell me you've seen it.
I doubt it, dude. I doubt it. It's a hidden gem.
Unmute yourself and please tell me you've seen it. He's aware.
Well, if he wants to be witness to great acting, it's on Vimeo, and he has not taken it down still. Like I would like he could take it down. I'll repost it. I've downloaded the video.
Yeah,
that video will exist online for all of eternity. So it's too late now, but just for posterity, just to pretend like you're smart, delete the video.
I want to make vines out of that audition tape.
Yeah,
just little 10 seconds.
Yeah. They're like, you can only put 6 seconds, but there's like I'm sure there's just one sentence things in there that are just amazing.
Dude,
I'm Polish, so I wouldn't make a very good German guard. I love that. I don't know why.
I love the fact that he picks a neighboring country. Poland and Germany touch each other. Like, these are similar groups of people. It's not like he's like, I'm Fijian, so I don't think I'd make a good German guard.
How does he even know about that if he doesn't watch American news?
He's like, you know what? I come from Austria. My family's Austrian, so Germany wouldn't be a real good thing.
It's not a good fit. It's not a good fit. It's yeah. Jesus.
I want to do a weekly podcast just dissecting that video.
A weekly one.
Here's one thing I love is the angle of his face. So when he would switch characters, he would like look up
left and right.
But yeah, not even left and right, but up and down. Was it like
Devin,
yeah.
Devin, do this. Do it like a two girls one cup thing, where you ask your followers to record videos themselves watching the video, and then you put it into something.
That's amazing. I love that idea.
Do that.
That is. But
I nailed it.
Yeah. So throughout this audition, he's looking left and right, up and down. It was as if German guards were in two bunk beds, like talking to each other, and he was playing the part of every bunk bed participant. Like, what
you guys just don't understand his level of artistry.
I know, it was over our heads.
It's way above.
How funny would it be if he nailed it and got the part, and he's like some big star in Canada, and like somebody sends me a link, and he's like,
hold on, what's the plan tonight? After sundown, the Germans will bring in other supplies, and
that's way too good, Lalo. That's way too good. What's the plan? No, it's like, what's the plan tonight?
When I Skyped you, you were
the tower.
It's like he just ate like a handful of horse tranquilizers and then did a scene.
That guy is a sense of amusement all the time.
Do you know what I would
He's gone he's gone very quiet online. Very quiet online.
Do you know what I would give my left testicle for? Is to see the outtakes of that audition.
Because that was the best part.
I would like go. I would take a butter knife to my balls for that because it's worth it.
Abby, I really apologize. I didn't know you were getting into all this. I really apologize.
Oh, don't worry. I actually knew what I was doing. I actually just got back on Twitter. I have a new account.
Oh, really?
And it's much. I feel better about it because it doesn't use my name. It's Ghost of Day. It's not my name.
Let me find you. I'm gonna find you right now.
That means I can have as much fun as I like on Twitter.
Abby, follow me. Follow me, and I'll follow you back. I promise.
I did.
Yeah, I see that.
That's the word.
Ghost of Day does not exist. Oh no, it's.
You follow hit a follow on me, and I'm gonna tweet out your account.
Everybody follows Lala. Jesus. Lala follows everybody back too.
I know.
No, I stopped doing that. I refuse to
doing that.
I stopped doing that. I stopped. That one became a little bit too overwhelming. I started that policy when I had 100 followers.
Is it Ghost of Day 1?
Yeah, it's but it should the name is I had to do Ghost of Day 1, but it's saying
gamer no soy noob. Is that you?
It's just Ghost of Day.
I don't see it.
Okay, Ghost of Day at Ghost of Day 1.
I see it.
Yep, at Ghost of Day.
Here lies Nibbles Rip. That one?
She has 0 followers.
R.I.P.
Is it a black and white icon?
It's not.
Yeah, it's a black and white photo.
I'm her first follower, so just so you know.
Yay!
I thought that was it.
What? Is it Ghost of Day 1?
Yeah, it's Ghost of Day at Ghost_of_day.
Jesus.
Oh, then I did the wrong follow. It's not.
No.
Abby, give me the fucking thing, will you?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Wait, how come I can't. I'm trying to.
Just tweeted you.
Yeah. Okay. I wrote yeah.
I'm amazed. I can talk people into doing anything.
The power of persuasion.
It is.
Compels
This is what I do, though, Devin, right?
Yeah. If you don't ask, you don't get. You should see what I'm asking for.
I don't want to know, pal. Nobody wants to know.
Gash.
Is that the...
Oh, Logic, you're back. Did you wake up
back.
again?
How's it going?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good.
we lost the dog. We had to go find it.
We found our dog too, so it's all good. There we go. Follow. You better follow me back, Abby.
Oh, I totally will. I got the link right there in the chat.
You've got 3 followers now.
So, Abby, if I were to ask you what your new videos are going to be, do you have any idea, or is there one in the works?
Oh, I guess I've been working like 6 days a week, and then I come home and I paint at night, and I'm just like physically exhausted. I'm going to try to make as many videos as I can. I think the way I can approach it right now is just do like quick little if there's like a topic that has a nuance to it. Oh, I hate that word, nuance.
Yeah, so do I.
But you know what I mean? Like if it has like a little aspect of it that I can be very specific about, I can make like short like sort of vlogs.
Could you do me a favor on your next video? Could you stand up and stack 3 apples on top of each other? And I just want to see you compare to the 3 apples.
What?
Or a 12-inch ruler.
I think he means because of your height.
Yeah.
Oh, my height. Yeah, I can. How would I demonstrate my height? I was thinking of like standing in a door frame, maybe.
That works.
Are you taller than Danny DeVito?
No. Well, how tall is Danny DeVito? Is
He's
he?
pretty short.
Not tall.
He's not under 5 feet, though.
He might be.
I think,
Really?
I think so.
Now.
I think he's about 5 feet, or maybe 5'1", 1 or 2. He's as tall as Natalie Portman. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but there's echo now.
I want some. I
think
want some
that's
dead
you,
air
actually.
in the channel. I want 5 seconds of dead air. Because that's what
I'm
you're
actually going to have to go in about 5 minutes.
Danny DeVito is exactly 5 foot tall.
Oh, is he? Wow.
Thank you, Lala.
The Gash on the case.
Well, Abby, I wanted to thank you anyway for being on. It was an absolute pleasure, and I'm really glad I'm glad you're back on Twitter because, well, you'll see, we just bully people left, right, and center.
Yeah, I think
really,
like maybe. I know, I get it.
No, we get people attacking us, and then we respond. Is what happens.
Yeah, I know.
I don't go trolling anybody. I just get hate thrown at me, and Devin gets hate thrown at him, and Luke throws hate out at people, and it's all good.
I think Luke challenges people to debates, and everybody runs from him like he's cancer.
Yes, he does. Yep.
No one's taken me up yet. Not one person.
That's amazing.
Well, we'll talk about that when Abby Bug as well.
That's his new nickname is Black Kryptonite because
Black tonight.
Black tonight.
Yeah. Black Kryptonite.
Did somebody, one of my Photoshop experts, please do a Luke graphic where he's Black Kryptonite, he's some superhero or something?
Paging CC Liquid Demons.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's halfway done with it already.
He will be.
He's so fast at making it.
Yeah, he made we were talking about Cruella de Vil for Jenny McDermott. He already made a graphic for that. I retweeted it.
Literally 5 minutes. 5 minutes he'll be there.
He's on the spot. Well, Abby, thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to
Thank you for having me.
Nice talking to you, Abby.
Say hello.
Nice talking to you.
And you're welcome again, okay?
Oh yeah, and anytime. This was fun.
By the way, I will put your link to your website for your artwork, which is amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank
I'll put
you.
that in the description, okay?
Cool.
It's fantastic, absolutely amazing. I've taken a look at some of that stuff, and I'm quite particular with my artwork, but I'm very, very impressed with that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sorry about the boys' club nature of my
channel.
channel.
I like it. I like hanging around with boys. It's fun.
The boys.
Even though it,
But technically, I'm a girl too, though.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, yeah. Technically.
That's technical.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sign out.
Thank you, Abby.
Bye, Abby.
All right, take care.
Bye.
You can tell that she's a girl because she smells like butter.
What does that mean?
Watch my latest video, you'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry.
No, apparently teenage girls smell like butter because of the mind control hormones.
What?
We're so weird, guys. And he's convinced that women can manipulate men by squirting weird hormones into their, I don't know.
Yeah, when you're inside a woman, if you stay still for 15 minutes, her vagina will inject half a cup of hormones down your penis and into your testicles, and then she will be able to implant memories and feelings and basically control you completely.
How sure are we that this is not a Poe? And where is that echo coming from?
He has been putting out a video a day for years.
Mm-hmm. So, right, it's not a Poe.
Barely not a Poe, yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of The Shining. Do you guys remember when he has his journal and he's writing about all work and no play makes Johnny a sad boy or something like that?
Yeah.
Dull boy, yeah.
Right, so what's scary about that is that somebody wrote all that down. That was not a special effect. That was not a computer trickery. That was an intern spending days writing that over and over again. That, to me, was one of the scariest parts of just wasting human energy in just such a callous way. So, yeah, if somebody's making videos every day, it's the same thing. It's like, Poe or not, they're a loser. And
yeah.
Don't you make videos every day?
Gary? No.
No.
I don't. I'm actually going to be making less. That's my new announcement. Less of me is the new brand.
I appreciate it. I think you're going to be back to doing it every day, like within a week.
Nah, I'm playing hard to get now. I'm going to make you want me, Lalo. I'm not going to give it up so easy, Gash.
Lalo only wants Gash.
No, but you do kind of spoil us, though, because, like, we hadn't, like, a couple of weeks ago, when you started, like, to have less videos, we were, like, coming every evening when Logic comes home from work. We are looking through the feeds, seeing if there are new videos up, and there are people who make, like, I don't know, a video a month, a video, like, every 2-3 weeks, a video every Marti di Papa, and then, he's like, gosh, honestly, Kangaroo didn't make a video for like 2 days. He's such a lazy bum.
Yeah, lazy asshole. You can't make a video every day. You only put out 10 times as much content as anyone on YouTube. Fuck you.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that
too prolific.
Somebody ripped me for mirroring a video, as if that's not allowed, and it's like, wait a minute, I've put out more original content than a lot of people, and like I'm getting ripped on for, I don't know, like it's not always about me, for God's sake. I'm willing to pass the mic. I do, I like to hype other people up. I'm hearing my voice. Was that anybody? No? Nobody cares. Anyway, there's a show or a YouTube channel called Counter Arguments, and I helped that guy early. He had nobody. I mean, he had like 20 subs, and now he's like got a ton.
He unfollowed you though,
And that Australian guy, Jam Faz, or what's his name?
Jam Faz.
Yeah, he's doing really well now, and he had nobody when I found him.
Yeah, but that counter argument guy.
Yeah.
He followed you, and now he unfollowed you. I don't know what that means on Twitter, but
you don't like me.
I love that Islamophobia. I'm getting a lot of echo here. He's got the echo.
Yeah.
I'll try muting, see if that does it.
Okay. Yes, it was fucking logic. I love that Islamophobia video. That's the only one I've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
No, I have noticed when you promoted him, he had like 100 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got like 4,000 or something.
But I get that.
And he followed you.
But see, this is the thing. Everybody like acts all weirded out, like that you're not universally loved. And that's not what you're supposed to be. If you try to do that, you're just going to be like Disney on Ice. It's like, what are you? You're not saying anything relevant. So I enjoy the fact that I rub people the wrong way. It's like a comedian.
Don't kick the guy that give you a little bit of a boost, like Toby fucking Kidd.
Well, I don't have any problem with that. If she doesn't like me, then say it. I don't care.
No, I'm not saying the fact don't like you, but don't go and kick him in the teeth.
Well, she could have chosen not to.
Just ignore him.
Right, she could have. Like, there are people that I like that I could do a video against, but I choose not to strategically because I don't want to burn the bridge.
Right.
So.
He's talking about me.
In fact, I've made 7 hate piece videos against Lalo, but I haven't uploaded them yet. But
I want to see that series.
Yeah.
Locked and loaded.
And when
locked and loaded for the day.
I just hover over the publish button, and I get drunk, and I'm so tempted. But it's like
is that Devin's hands, little finger.
But it's really graphic. There's like a 15-minute thing where I go off on Chile and all the Chileans, and then there's like a lot of full frontal male nudity. So it's like really an intense video, and I think it's pretty much guaranteed to get a strike. So.
When's your video coming out on Toby Kidd anyway?
I haven't made it. I don't even know what to say, and I might just do it just to spite you at this point.
Oh really? Because I told you not to.
Yeah, you said don't do it.
When are you gonna put the new video of Jacqueline Glenn up?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that and circling back and hitting her over her snout again. Her plagiarism just doesn't stop. So.
Did you see the videos I sent you on her plagiarizing also Facebook comments?
Yeah, those ones have been covered in depth, but there was one that didn't. It was her plagiarizing Bill Maher and who else?
Stephen Fry?
Yeah, Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's just funny. I mean,
I'm sad.
Is she making new videos? I haven't seen anything since the transphobic abortion.
I think she's making more fluff videos.
Yeah.
I don't watch any of that shit, dude. I mean, I'll watch Logic, I'll watch a little bit of Saga, I'll watch yourself and stuff, but I don't get time to watch that many videos. I don't know. Go ahead.
Anthony, who opened the car door?
Which car door? What?
The car door to let your dogs out. Or was it the house door?
It was the back gate.
Okay. Who opened that?
That was me.
You're willing to admit it?
Yes, I am. I will admit my
dogs out.
Yeah, I let the dogs out. Yeah, I did that.
A black cultural reference for all the white people out there. Don't be alarmed.
See, Devin's very hot on his black culture referencing.
Yeah, did anybody hear my interview with this?
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, it was good. It was good, yeah. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Why didn't you put up the whole video there?
Because I have a strike, because of the Dean Newquist.
It's on Channel 3, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Channel 3. The full one is. The link is in
okay, I want to see it. Because I thought it was good.
I thought you'd taken it down, Devin. On your third channel, I mean.
No, it's on the third.
Oh, I got a tweet that you'd taken it down from 3, and I said, well, he's probably going to release it in bits on 4.
No, I fucked up. I put up a video with no audio on 4.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Gentlemen, I must bid you farewell. So, good night, Mr. K, Mr. Tracy, Mr. Gash, Mr. and Mrs. Logic.
Good night,
Awesome.
Mr. Reed.
See you, Luke.
Bye.
Yeah.
Black
Bye.
Kryptonite out.
Black tonight.
Black Kryptonite away.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
This is a new hobby of mine, giving nicknames to people. I'm hoping that some of them stick.
What's mine?
Well, I'll have to see your
Weatherman.
performance in Vegas first. The Weatherman.
Yeah. Weatherman.
Oh, because he's boring as shit. I'll call you an English weatherman because he tells you shit you already know. It's raining.
Yeah.
Mr. Redundant. No. I'm also thinking of just twat. I wonder if that nickname is taken. Twat.
Yeah, Mr. Twat.
Twatty boy. Twatty
Yeah.
McTwattenstein.
Dude, I am booking my flights tomorrow, pal. I'm going to punch you in the nose.
Oh,
And that
I'm
big
ready for you.
fucking half Jew nose of yours or whatever it is.
Oh, God. I don't become half Jewish just because I support Jews.
I know, but Jesus Christ, dude.
Can you believe how short Abby is?
I didn't know she was 4'10". If I knew she was that short, I wouldn't have invited her on.
Seriously, it goes without saying.
Yeah,
it's like you have to be 5 feet tall to ride this ride.
Isn't that like a what is it, a tiny person like height or something?
Oh my God! Look at Wallow dropping slurs.
And it's so nice.
That's short. It's really short.
Oh my God!
You see how different he is when he's live? How he is on his podcast?
Wait a minute. Who had the over/under at 2 hours before Lalo dropped a midget slur?
Wait, is a tiny person the correct way to say it?
No, it's little person.
Little midget.
Little person. It's not. What did I say? Tiny person.
Tiny. Tiny is like that's derogatory.
So I have a space open up. Who'd like to come into this hangout?
If I pulled my pants down and a woman said you have a tiny dick,
Jesus Christ.
I would be more offended than if she said you have a little dick. Little dick, it could be cute. A tiny dick is like, what are you doing with that inchworm? Get it out.
Logic.
What?
How tall are you, sir?
6'5".
What? For real?
Yeah.
With top hat?
Yeah.
Dude, you are Sasquatch. He's a monster.
Seriously, you're 6'5"?
Yeah, seriously.
Wow. What, 6'5" and what, 500 pounds or?
Dude, he must be packing just a fat Canadian sausage in his belly.
Yeah, I got a nice big beer belly to go along with it. So I got a fairly skinny build, but I got like the, I've made sure to pack a lot on in the last year or so, just to.
Well, don't call it fat.
I don't want to look like a weakling or anything. So I beefed up. I got kind of I'm kind of a muscle freak now.
On a belly.
I got my big keg.
You're like
TJ, apparently TJ is a big guy. He's like 6'6" or something.
TJ from the Skeptic Fence show.
No. TJ Kirk, your nemesis.
That guy's not 6'6".
He is. He's a big guy, dude.
Dude, I'll fight him right now.
I know you would. But what I'm saying is a big fat fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, but the
Logic might be just a big guy. I don't know.
When you're like
Quite
small
logic.
and you
Quite
have
logic.
too much weight, it's so much less bad as if when you're like big and you have too much weight. Like it takes so much more effort when you're big to get too much weight, like way too much weight. It just it's horrible.
I'm the same.
They must put in a lot of work.
Yeah, I do. I put a lot of work to be as overweight as I am.
I mean TJ.
Oh,
right.
Atheist. He must just be spending his whole 8-hour day. That's a full-time job.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't have a full-time job. His full-time job is YouTube.
But you know what? I've never
Keeping himself that big.
I've never seen him stand up. Like he's honestly like Jabba the Hutt to me. Like I've never seen Jabba stand up, and I've never seen
legs. He ain't got no legs.
That's a working theory. He might not have any legs, but It's like Cenk Uygur. He's sitting down all the time. There's one shot in his movie trailer where he's walking, and it is the most. Oh God! It's just gravity.
I had never seen that until you posted it, and I just laughed. It's like it lasts literally 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But you were absolutely right.
It's a waddle. It's a total waddle.
Like it was a total waddle. Yeah.
It's like a hippo, like a hippo walk.
Yeah.
And his legs are like stubby and a little like pigeon-toed and like bow-legged. It's just amazing.
And you couldn't really tell how fat he was until like sitting down. He doesn't look that fat, but when he's standing up and running, it's like wow.
Excuse me, Atheism Unstoppable. These are called ad hominems. You're not addressing Cenk's arguments, and this is what we call bullying. Please stop, sir.
I said best haiku gets in. The person with the next haiku, the best haiku gets in.
Oh, nice. It has to be a legit haiku, though. Don't try to fuck around with the syllables. No. Because Anthony knows about syllables. Ask him how to say Christian.
I think there are people who are so nasty that ad hominems or personal attacks are totally legitimate.
Dude, I'm Captain Ad hom. Ad homs are the best, dude. My ad hom pause, I hope that catches on. Because ad hom pausing people is just it's an art form.
I'm not seeing any haiku. Jesus
what do you mean ad hom pause?
You pause a video at a place that's not going to benefit the person that you're pausing the video on. So
when like a stupid face?
Oh yeah. Oh god. I mean, once you know how when you break down a video and you're editing, and you're going frame by frame, and like one eyelid is like half.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff. You got to find the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Canadian atheists.
I do that for every single thumbnail.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I find the worst face I could possibly find and stick it in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I mean this happens all the time. You do it with your own pictures, but in reverse. I mean you filter out the really heinous pics of yourself.
Yeah, in reverse. Yeah.
I love how girls, when you are showing them pictures that you've taken of them, they will be so against a certain picture. They're like, you must delete that picture. I do not want that picture in existence. Delete it now. But you know, everybody wants to pretend they're like a model. They sort of hold on to that dream.
Yeah, they want every picture to have the angles and the duck face.
Yeah, and they sort of are curating a sort of archive of images of themselves that they want some alien species to be like, wow, that was a really good-looking person. They never took a bad picture.
Yeah, just an archive of images, all with the same angle of the photo, just a different number of wrinkles over the years.
And that's one thing I find amazing is that a lot of YouTubers don't seem to understand basics about angles. They'll do like an upshot of their nostrils.
And they don't think about the boogers in their nose.
Oh no, we already established that.
Yeah, nostril hair, shit like that. Jesus Christ.
Nobody thinks about boogers, and nobody's talking about boogers, and that's why I'm willing to you know.
I think you should start making videos about boogers because nobody's talking about this issue.
Well, I'm a big fan of the totally random video on a channel, and that's why I've challenged Autopsy87 to make a makeup tutorial. But he hasn't done.
Well, you know, he's a very ugly woman, so he could definitely use it.
Are you guys into the sticky boogers or the dry boogers?
Oh man.
Well, the dry ones are much easier. You know, you just get the thing, flick it out. There you go, done.
But you can't flick the sticky ones. You can't flick.
Yeah,
do
I know.
We need some women in, do we need some women in this hangout?
There is a woman in the hangout.
Yeah.
Apart
what do you have to say about boogers?
Susan, my goodness.
Sorry, what?
What do you have to say about
No, he was talking. Gee.
Oh.
Slap him down, pal. Do we need some other yes, Devin.
Are you going to bring in some fresh blood before we wrap this up? Bring in some fresh blood. We will interrogate them and try to make them feel nervous.
Well, we've got the usual. We've got Carrie and Leica. Leica wants to come in. Carrie wants to come in. I mean, Filthy Fred wants to come in.
Okay, well, whoever you
is that the moron we had on the other day?
Yes, that moron.
The narco-communist bullshit.
That one.
Oh God.
But
okay,
Devin's
not him.
never spoken to him. Oh, you don't want him in?
Well, wait, who is he?
he's a kid who's against the establishment.
Right. Yeah, what is that teenage philosophy he had going on? I heard that. I heard some of that. Whoever comes in, the first thing I'm going to say to them is that you're talking to Logic, the one and only Logic, 48,671 subscribers. You're talking to Atheism is Unstoppable, over 30-something thousand. I don't know how many duplicates I have.
And me, 800 subscribers.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
101 subscribers. and you think you're worthy of our fucking time. That's what you have to say.
Right, okay, so let's call this out then, Devon, right? If anybody's listening to this that wants to argue with Devon, right, or Logic, or Lalo, about
anything. If you
let it carry, right?
She's Carrie's her. Yeah, what's up, Carrie? She's a regular, but she's just one of us.
Hey guys,
Right,
y'all been having fun with your sausage fest?
Yes, yeah, Carrie. But listen, lady, shush. We need to get a hater in here. We need somebody who doesn't like one or the other.
It's like, how dare you take away? We are entertaining the world, into the masses. There's a huge demand and outcry for our videos, and you want to waste our time.
Yeah,
amazing. It's simply.
It feels incredibly uncomfortable. There's a girl in the room. I don't know what to do about this. Please don't control my mind with your vagina butter.
Yeah,
that's a woman. She's a full-on woman. Let me tell you that, mate.
Yeah, like full on.
Well, you see, this is what we get, right? We don't get any. You get all this shit on the YouTube comments and stuff, but when it comes down to the actual nut cutting of let's talk about it face to face or hang out to hang out, nobody wants to know.
You know what? I have challenged people to debates. I have about a 9% rate of people just not wanting to debate me.
Terry says I would argue about overcoming bias.
Overcoming bias?
What does that mean?
What is he? Is he a computer? Is he objective?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like.
Hey, you need to get Leica in here as well.
Yeah, get Leica in. I want to hear her voice. Leica was trying to tell me. She was trying to tell me she doesn't have an accent. Her accent wasn't as thick as yours.
That is like saying I do not have an accent.
And I was like, Leica, what you speak is technically not even English.
I don't even know what that is.
No,
yeah, I'm getting her in.
Okay, let's see if she's gonna talk to us about her new channel and what video she has coming up.
Well, yeah, I spoke to Leica, by the way.
By the way,
find her channel.
Anthony, are you bringing that rose to Vegas, and are you gonna present that to me?
I will be wearing that t-shirt, and I'll give you a big smacky kiss on your face, pal.
I'm gonna film it. Can I film our first encounter?
I'm planning on doing that, actually.
Okay, really?
I actually have a legit question because I've missed the past couple days on Twitter and on YouTube. What the hell is going on with this Toby person? Wasn't she? Didn't you feature her in one of your videos?
Multiple.
Yeah, we kind of covered it earlier.
Well, I'll sum it up. I mean, she thinks I'm a racist. And she's a follower of the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, fucking fantastic.
Creationist cat, and she wants to say the exact same thing that they have said, and that I've refuted hundreds of times, and multiple.
So we have another centipede on our hands.
A little bit of that. I mean, I think she gets a pass because she's a teenager. She's like a glorified fetus, and so what am I going to do?
Did you not see the little attack that we gave her on Twitter? I called her a pedo.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because she called you a racist.
But I love how people throw out this term. They throw out this term like it's not a big thing to say. Like, you're a racist.
Exactly. Yeah. So throw that accusation out there, and I'll throw this accusation out there. How does that fit?
Right. I called her a dumb cunt.
Yeah, and it's not just that. But it isn't just that, Devin. But she said everything was just a joke. All right. Then you're a kiddie fiddler.
Well, then I backtracked. I said you're not a dumb cunt. I just think you have the world view of a dumb cunt.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was actually just called a rape enabler because I'm not a feminist.
Wow.
And I said, what?
Didn't Rebecca Watson have a famous video about that where she said, if you're not a feminist, you're worse than a rapist or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and Rebecca Watson, me and Sarkeesian, and what is that other crazy one? The Jenny chick.
Jenny, yeah.
We've all been at each other's throats because I'm not putting up with their bullshit anymore. Because every time I go to speak about something of substance, I have to preface it with, by the way, I am not a feminist, so don't even try that bullshit.
You're too old to be a feminist.
Oh man, that is socially unacceptable.
No,
But I like the fact that when you have these feminists and you have a woman going after them because they can't play the typical cards that they play with men.
But actually, sorry.
Oh God! No, go ahead.
No, actually, they just start with, oh no, you're like completely brainwashed and manipulated by the patriarchy, and you're just a puppet, and you have absolutely no brain on your own and no ideas on your own. They really get freaky.
Internalized misogyny.
Oh my God, Susan, I love you.
What about? Sorry, what do I have? Do I have externalized misogyny?
Yeah, well, you have a dick.
That's what that is called.
That's
right?
external. That's externalized misogyny.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, some of those papers are like completely stupid. Like you read those papers, like these university papers, if you really can call it like that.
Academic stuff.
Yeah, and then you see, benevolent misogyny is misogyny where it treats someone well, and it only happens towards women. Like you cannot be benevolent misogynist towards a man.
Yeah,
like,
the academic papers define sexism as towards women.
Logic.
Like you cannot.
Logic, can I just ask you a quick question?
What?
How are you two organising the microphone?
We're just talking into it.
Did you obviously both sat there on the same sort of thing? Are you just both sat there together?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah, this is what we do on our weekends.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was just checking. I like that.
It's nice that she supports you and even participates in this stuff.
Yeah. And my wife supports me and mine, so she's not here right now, but my wife.
I mean, she has her own channel and everything. I mean, she's doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, but it's like so inconvenient to have like two channels that go like two accounts going into one Hangout if we sit on the same mic anyway.
I know. I was just wondering because I like you both, so I was just asking.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice. Leica, could you say hello and let's hear that voice?
Hello.
Hello.
The microphone working, definitely. It might be a bit hard for me tonight because I've got the dog and she keeps annoying me.
Don't talk to me about dogs.
Dogs have been a reoccurring theme tonight. We had one was very thirsty earlier. What's it like in the chat? What is your perspective of our conversation? Is it totally pointless?
No, parts of it were good about the which men are the sexiest. I was paying attention to that.
So you passively aggressively just said that parts of it were bad.
Not all.
I see. Not all. Okay. Well, parts of what you just said are good, I think.
Filthy Frank Jr. I would politically destroy Devin.
No, he wouldn't.
That's a white glove to debate.
Considering I don't talk politics, I think you'd have a pretty good chance.
You don't want to debate politics with a 17-year-old? Are you sure?
Filthy Frank wanted a one-on-one debate with me about anarchy, which is not something particularly.
You know what? Those guys. There's a lot of those people who are against state. They're just stated. They're like, you're a statist, and I can't understand the passion behind that.
Well, and the stupid thing is, it's not like they have an alternative. They're just like, no, state is bad, there you go, end of story.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get rid of the entire government. Okay, well, the government does a lot of shit, so how do you propose to not have everybody die and stuff?
Yeah.
First thing you do is get rid of the government, then the free market takes over, and everything will work.
That was Noam Chomsky's criticism to Christopher Hitchens and Sam Harris, that he said they're fundamentalists of the state. They believe in the state religion.
It's ridiculous, but there's not one example of an alternative working. So it's not like, oh, in Madagascar they have no state and it's just peachy, everybody's having a great life over there. It's not like that. So even if you're a socialist, you could say, look at these socialist states, look at Sweden. It's doing well, and so maybe we should consider adding more socialist programs. But you can't do that with anarchy or whatever other things are.
But Sweden is not really very good, though.
Says who?
But they don't even draw up a plan,
Sweden's amazing. Just if you ejected the Muslims, what problems do they have?
Yeah, no, but the problem with Sweden is you take as granted that everyone cooperates in the system, whereas you cannot grant that. Sweden is a small spot of the world. It's a very, very small place. But if you take whole America, there are a lot of people with a lot of different ideas coming from a lot of different backgrounds. And if you would if you would put the same stuff that you have in this little teeny tiny country, if you would put that on a huge America, you would have a shitload of people trying to mess up the system, and it would just completely put everything upside down.
Yeah, but the reason is, it's not just the size, it's that we have a bunch of people who are idiots and who are degenerates, and they're not going to make the system work no matter what the system is. That's the caliber of human being. The average human being in Sweden is superior than the average human being in America. And I say that with absolute comfort.
It's the truth. It's the absolute truth.
And you, dude, when I went to Stockholm, I walked into the McDonald's, and the women were beautiful. There were people behind the counter who could be models, and I was just like, oh my God, this is nirvana. What are they doing over here that this 10 girl thinks that it's cool to work at McDonald's? Like, this is amazing. Bravo. And I applauded her, and she was like, sir, do you want to order something? And I'm like, no, I'm just staring at you.
Just staring at you and clapping.
Yeah. Wasn't Stockholm having some sort of a get pregnant while you're in Stockholm type thing?
I think Denmark is doing a whole thing where they want their white people, I guess, or Danish people to reproduce.
I'll help with that.
They're definitely not going to say, hey, Muslims in Denmark, we need you to reproduce more. No, they're doing their part. It's everybody else. It's like,
I'll go make a mixed baby.
It would be adorable.
There's a guy in Sweden recently said that ISIS should come in to get rid of all the right-wingers.
Yeah, the problem is they consider you right-wing if you have any criticism about immigration.
Sad.
Yeah.
That's what Annika Kasparian said on her little show. What is the point?
What she said?
You didn't see that segment? She was it wasn't like the Young Turks. It was her little show. The point, and the whole show was just them saying, okay, if anybody is against immigration at all, it's simply for racism. There is no other reason you would be against immigration.
Yeah. And she says that from Culver City, California.
Yes. Yeah, she said there's no logical reason to be against immigration. They were referring to the Syrians who are coming into all these countries in mass numbers, and he's like, the only reason you'd be against this is that you have a deep racism against Muslims.
I saw something actually quite interesting. I saw something interesting on my feed today, and it was somebody who's been in one of our hangouts before. Raphael Leonardo, that Buffalo. So you remember the guy, Devin, with the
Jewish black guy from England.
Yes, him, right? And he said that here's a message out to all the Pat Condell fanboys. You know who Pat Condell is, right?
Yeah, love him.
Yeah, and he said that, and he posted basically 4 pictures of all these crying babies and crying women and stuff that were trying to come into the into Europe from wherever. And he was basically saying that this is what's happening. It's not 70% men coming in. It's not. And this is the guy that works for that NOTA network. I don't know if anybody's heard about the none of the above network.
What? Wait, he's saying it's not majority men coming in? What?
Yeah.
But we know that.
On what grounds? I'll go show them to you.
A lot of them aren't even from Syria. A lot of them are just coming from the countries around it and pretending to be
Pakistan, Syrian. Bangladesh, and all that. And they're all throwing their passports away and all that kind of shit.
It's more of a sausage fest than my hangouts. I mean, it's jam-packed.
Yeah, but I didn't get involved because I didn't have time to get involved, to be honest with you, because it would have been a very involved conversation. But he posted like 4 pictures of, crying women, crying babies, and all this kind of shit. And then one of my followers jumped in and said, "Well, no, it's obviously that it's not. It's 70% men that are coming in. It's just like
they're raping everybody."
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, man, it was just. And they're people that are within our sort of sphere of thinking, I guess.
You know what I would like?
Not necessarily with us or whatever, but
he's in my sphere.
No, within our sphere. Just people that follow us and follow you and blah blah blah.
Well, those are my favorite people to go after. I want to kick them out of my sphere. I want to subdivide my sphere. That's the point.
But that was Rafe.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that was Raphael. That was Rafe that was doing that. Who you'd spoken to, Devin, and he seemed to feel that it's not just big burly men or big fucking Muslim men coming into this country. And
yeah, we understand there's children and women, but the percentages are not there. I'm more than happy to set ablaze a former fan of mine. I don't care.
No, it's not a fan. He's not a fan of mine. He's not a fan of yours. But I mean, fuck. Right. If I would have had time to jump in, Baz Jackson jumped in.
Wait, why is he not a fan of mine? What's his problem?
He doesn't like bald heads. I don't know what it is.
Here's what I think the Young Turks should do. I want them to go on location. Have the balls to take your message and go to Istanbul and start talking this shit. Go to Gaza.
Periscope.
The Young Turks from Gaza, and let's talk shit, and let's interview some Palestinians. I mean, they're never going to do that. And they should, because they defend these places all the time. Glenn Greenwald did this horrible interview with Kyle Kalinske, and the people are like, Glenn, you're trying to compare the U.S. to all these Middle Eastern nations and saying Dick Cheney is as evil as Osama bin Laden and all this crap. It's like, if you're a gay Jew, go out to the Middle East and say any of this stuff. And he doesn't have the balls to do it. He'll go to, he lives in Brazil, right? And I wish he would do that. It would really put his money where his mouth is, but he's not going to do it.
Who lives in Brazil? Glenn Greenwald?
I think he said he used to, like, for many years or something.
I think he lives there.
Don't know. Don't care.
Lala's tired, I can tell. Lala's tired.
It's like 2 a.m. I was up until like 5 a.m. last night.
Well, you were talking to Skeptor, and then all you do lately is just be online talking to people, dude.
Yeah. I broke up recently, so I have time on my hands.
I know, we know. You are now the Gash.
This is therapy for me. That's what's going on.
Aw, can we all just rub Lalo's head?
Yeah, go for it.
My head is up against the screen. Just
I'm it.
Oh man. Lalo invited me to Chile, by the way, today.
Ooh.
He invited me and my family to Chile. So.
What was the exact wording he used? Because that could tell us some of the motivation on that invite.
It involves some money and some coercion. But it's all.
He has to put a balloon full of cocaine up his bum. That's the only condition.
Yeah. Anthony kind of looks like a drug mule.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That could be a new nickname. Let's see if that sticks. Twatty drug mule.
I'll change it right now on Twitter.
Yeah.
I haven't actually heard much about Chile. What's it like?
It's very nice. It's the more uneventful countries in Latin America. We don't have all the less crazy parties, less killing by narcos and things like that. But it's very safe.
When I was talking to him, he says, yeah, I'll take you down to Argentina. It's like, what the fucking go to Argentina for? Why the fuck?
It's cheaper because
we had a war with Argentina. Argentinians hate English people.
Yeah, that's true. You're gonna throw rocks at his head.
We kicked their asses in the war, so that's why.
Yeah, they're gonna go all
Didn't we like her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Fucking kick her ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the last gasp effort from an empire to be like bragging about some long, decades removed war, which wasn't even a war, which was totally
The sun never set on the British Isles.
Yes, it will never.
On a tiny little island.
You'll never hear me and Lalo talking about, yeah, we fucked up Grenada, didn't we?
That was a war.
So proud of that.
Yeah.
That was not a war. That wasn't a war. Yeah. He just walked in there with a big cigar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Falkland Islands, remember that?
Falkland, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Falklands, man. I was like 13, 14, and then shit, that was bad.
Like
that was actually a war. That was a war.
I'll fuck with Argentinians and while they're talking about Las Malvinas, which is what they call the Falklands. I'll just constantly talk about the Falklands instead. Yeah, I'll say the word Falklands, and they'll just like get rage in their eyes just for me saying that word.
Exactly. So don't take me to Argentina, Lalo, because I'll end up with my head chopped off or something.
And we're sure this is I Heart Falkland Islands.
Yeah. You see my T-shirt that says I love AIU. It'll be I love Malvinas. No, it'll be I love Falkland.
So, what are the chances that you go to Chile? What would you put that at right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, next year, definitely. Dude, when I told my wife, because Lalo's parents have like a beachfront fucking apartment, my wife was like, yeah, definitely. Yep.
So, wait a minute, all it takes is somebody just to invite you somewhere and you'll travel across the world to visit them?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Dude, not just on the drop of a hat. Like the same with you. I mean, fuck, how long have I been talking to you?
Yeah, I had to come to you.
What do you mean you had to come to me?
You have to come to America.
I live in Germany. I'm out like right next to you now.
No, I mean, what? I'm in America, dude.
Okay, what's closer to Las Vegas? Germany or Texas?
Texas.
I came to you.
Only because you come to... Oh my god, I hate you. Fuck that.
Well, for all of...
time to change it.
Yeah, if anybody wants to hang out with Anthony, just invite him. He'll come.
Yeah,
I think Devin he got jealous. That's
he did.
Because I'm getting Anthony down here.
Yeah, do you hear how Devin's coming out? Yeah, well, he came to me.
Actually, both of you guys, I'm not even able to see you as an actual YouTuber until you get 1,000 subscribers. So you're right now invisible to me.
I'm 150 away.
Okay. Lalo is unsubscribed.
Yeah, I feel the same way about people with under 5,000 followers on Twitter.
I'm exactly the same.
Oh, burn!
Lalo, answer me this. Why is it that popular YouTubers don't have huge Twitter followings?
Because they suck at tweeting?
Or they don't try, or like
they're not good at the whole like writing words.
No, it isn't. No, it's not. It's nothing to do with that. No, it's nothing to do with that. It's because once you get a massive YouTube following, you can't be asked talking to everybody anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because like even like the Amazing Atheist, he doesn't have many followers.
No, you would think he had like 100,000 Twitter followers.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
The people on YouTube aren't on Twitter. That's the problem.
That's what it is. Yeah. You know, some guy today. So go on.
No, okay.
Some guy today in Vegas, he asked me, we were chatting, and he was like, hey, let's exchange info. And I'm like, okay, what's your email? He's like, no, he goes, what's your Instagram? I'm like, what?
Oh, no. No, that's enough amount of talk right there.
And I was like, dude, you know I'm a guy, right? Like let's exchange.
I'm just taking pictures of my feed all the time.
Yeah, let's exchange duck faces to each other. Like, what the fuck is this?
Banksy, down. Banksy, come here. Sorry.
I mean, do guys exchange Instagrams? Has that ever been done?
No.
So you can look at pictures of each other's food.
Right.
I mean, like, when I'm at work, like, you know, people want, like, I'll say, well, you know, like, I'm kind of, I'm big on social media. But, you know, like I say, like, I have a YouTube channel and I'm on Twitter and stuff, so, like, you can follow me and whatnot. But that's it. It's like, if you want to follow me, you can, and if you don't want to, then you don't want to. But
Anthony, the funniest thing is I get, like, Skypes and emails and messages of people going, hey, how do I get into the Hangout? Like, I want to be in the next Hangout. And I'm just like the father that doesn't want to parent his kids, and I'm just like, talk to Anthony. Just go over there. I can't be bothered.
But me and Lalo talks about this, right? It's like I'm an organizer, and that's all I try and do. It's like I'll try and get people in that I want to talk to, and you might want to talk to, and
dude, you're the mother hen.
Well, whatever you want to call me, I don't really give a shit.
I'm
never going to be
agent. I'm telling you, that's going to be a profession.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we? Maybe in 5 years' time, you'll have these people who advertise people's YouTube channels.
You know what he is? He's like a hype man. He's like what Flavor Flav was to Public Enemy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my God. You're in the wrong hood, dog. You're in the wrong hood.
But no, seriously, like, think about Twitter like a YouTube agent. Like, for example, me, I want to do podcasts, and like Anthony advertises it as a YouTube agent, and so he can get people on my podcast. He's like, oh, who do you want? And and he'll look for them. That could be a real job. You could get 10%.
It probably already is. I can imagine that'd be a thing now.
Well, if you think, yeah, I mean, like Ali Rizvi. It was Luke, actually, that got Ali Rizvi on. But that's all the same kind of deal. It's that kind of, not pressure, not social pressure or anything like that, but like, hey, there's a lot of people that would like you to be on this. There's a lot of people that would like you to talk to this person. Same as Sargon. Sargon of Akkad. I mean, I tweeted him the other day after he'd been on that abortion of a fucking hangout that he was on the other day, talking to the lowest of the low. And as soon as that hangout finished, I tweeted him immediately and said, when are you going to grace us with a presence on an Atheist Rue hangout?
Yeah,
he's like, when he asks me, why, fuck you, you little prick. You're just some fucking fat guy from Swindon. I mean, Jesus Christ.
And don't forget, he said, like, no, this has to be on my channel.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. If he wants to come on, it's going to be our turn.
Those are fighting words.
Well, it's not fighting terms. It's just like, fucking hell, man. Get a grip of yourself. You're just another guy. You're just another person.
Is he really from Swindon?
He's really from Swindon, yeah.
That's
Swindon
awesome.
They're Ricky Gervais said, they're slugs.
Yeah, right, those maggots of slugs, the Swindon lot. Legendary. I mean, there's no reason that I should know where Slough and Swindon is.
I don't even think I know where Swindon is.
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
Let alone Reading, let alone Bradford, let alone Manchester. The only reason is Ricky Gervais. That's literally the only reason I know. Where's Stephen Merchant from? He's from the West, but like, is it?
No, he's from the Southwest. He's from like Cornwall. He's from Cornwall or something.
Okay.
He's a posh kid.
He's a posh kid. Well,
he is.
Perhaps.
Yeah, he's a gang.
Where's Isaac tonight? He is usually all in
Isaac. Isaac?
Yeah.
Cohen?
Yeah, Isaac Cohen. I'm very shocked.
We have a one Jew policy per night, so.
Oh, yeah, we've got one Jew in. I don't know if Logic's a Jew. He might be, maybe.
Yeah, the Jews are everywhere. Actually, right across at the casino next to me is the Rio, which is the World Series of Poker is happening, and they're in the final table now, and there's like $9 million at stake.
Oh
and
my!
One of the guys in it is an Israeli, and actually, four out of the final 15 were Germans, like online German poker players. They're like taking over the whole circuit, and there was actually one woman. She almost made it to the final table, but she played terribly and just busted out. She was not good today.
I wanted to ask you, did OJ actually kill his wife? From your opinion, because you were there.
OJ, yeah, he definitely. I would put my life on it.
Why do you think the jury didn't?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I looked at the jury with my own eyes, and the jury was black women. It was primarily black women, and they were selected very specifically.
Yep.
And it did break down on racial lines, and it's not hard. I mean, it was a month. It went on for a year. All you got to do is come up with reasonable doubt. And, we just picked average people. This whole jury of your peers thing, who thought of that idea? Like, can we scrap that? That's a terrible idea. And, first of all, these are not his peers. I don't know how. If this murder happened in Brentwood, I don't know where you get 9 black women in Brentwood. They don't exist. They don't live there. So I don't know what kind of Los Angeles County sort of parameters they were choosing from, but yeah, OJ, he's amazing. He's an amazing character, and they should teach classes on him at UCSB because that whole episode is probably the biggest travesty of justice in recent memory.
Yeah, well, he got his finally.
In the weirdest way possible,
absolutely.
Yeah.
A little bit too late, but have any of you seen any of the interviews of the guy that was killed with him? I can't remember his name.
Ron, no. The guy, the boyfriend, you mean?
Yeah. His sister did an interview saying that she had seen OJ in the parking lot of some supermarket or something, and she said it took everything that she had to not just run him down with her vehicle. This was after the verdict came out, and she said the only thing that stopped her was because her dad was just so broken about their brother being murdered, and she didn't want to get put in prison for killing OJ, even though that
probably would have got away with that. That could have been momentary insanity.
Quite possibly, but
if she did run him down, she would have been. The Young Turks would have done a video on it because it was a black man getting killed by a white woman. But if somebody runs down a Jew in Israel with a car, which happens weekly.
Oh no! I was just reading on Newsweek, which they can be cut. A Palestinian driver was just shot dead after ramming his car into a bus stop in the occupied West Bank, injuring 4 people.
Nice. How did you react to
that? That's good. I'm glad that they killed. I'm glad they took him out.
I was going to say, how many minutes of laughter did that inspire? I take joy. I take joy in the death of murder.
That was a couple of weeks ago, though, right? When that guy ran into the bus stop and then got out and tried to hack. Well, he actually killed one person, didn't he? And then got shot.
Yeah, this was a different one. This one just happened today.
Oh, really?
There's too many to keep track of.
Yeah, this just happened today. It was just posted at 4 p.m. I guess Eastern time, my time.
Imagine that though, living in Israel. I mean, do people in Israel walk around feeling normal and just having a normal day out and shit like that, or they're always thinking I might get stabbed any second?
Israel is really nice. I think that they don't think it's going to happen. Like, whilst I was there was bombs going up, missiles, and you could hear them bang every now and again, and people were just saying like, don't worry about it. It never hits. It's fine.
Exactly. Fucking Israel's a top shit, man.
Hey, Devin, here's one for you that's pretty giggle-worthy for you. It says Israeli forces have killed at least 72 Palestinians, including 43 who Israel says were carrying out or about to carry out attacks with knives, guns, or cars. Many are teenagers.
Oh my God! It's like a.
I love that word, neutralized.
Yeah, it's great. But it's like, this is like a news story coming out in 1944, and it's like, Allied forces kill 500 Nazis this week. Oh boy, a lot of them were young men. It's like, what? Is there any context to this? It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's like, who cares? It says, since October 1st, 12 Israelis have been killed in the streets, attacks by Palestinians, motivated in part by stepped-up Jewish visits to the Jerusalem site. Holy site to both Muslims and Jews, and by deadlocked U.S.-backed peacemaking efforts.
Yeah. I saw a picture the other day of that Orthodox Jew stabbing that woman, killing her. Mm-hmm. And like, there's a picture of him, like, that the knife is in her back. It's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
I was like, Jesus.
Switching gears.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Hagbard's wants to talk about Vegas real quick.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, I shot you a confirmation email about Vegas a couple weeks ago about my itinerary. I know you're a busy guy, but I just want to let you know John the Baptist is kind of tagged on. He's going to be there for one day only, so he'd really like.
That sounds like a assassination mission.
Get in, kill, get out.
Yeah, John the Baptist with the big shotguns. Yeah.
So what's the deal, pal?
Yeah, what's the date you're coming up?
He's going to be there, I believe, the 18th. I'm there the 17th through the 20th.
Okay. We'll make it happen.
Of November?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll miss you both, pal.
I know. I feel bad. We booked our dates before you'd released yours.
No, that's all right, man. That's all right. I'm going to be there, for anybody who's listening, I'm going to be there from 29th to 30th to about the 2nd of December. I've got like 2 or 3 days booked. Or I will have in the next couple of days. So if anyone wants to join me and talk to me and Devin, then you're welcome to do that. As long as you don't have a gun or are mental.
I may be mental, but I certainly don't have a gun. I'm going to be flying, so it's very difficult to fly with a gun.
Do you know how many gun stores there are here?
Oh, I know, but we actually had an offer from Mercedes Carrera to come meet us for a drink when we get there, so if you'd like to join us for that.
Sweet! Take her up on that offer.
She's in Vegas?
She said she lives close enough that she would be willing to drive out and meet me and John for a drink, so if you're there, I'm sure that would be just more help to get her out there.
If you want, I could videotape the whole thing and just kind of lurk in the background. It's just
What a creep! Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was actually going to ask the same thing that Anthony covered earlier. I'm going to bring my camera, and I'm wondering what you feel about that.
What do you plan to do with it?
You have to pixelate Devin's face.
Are we talking tasteful nudes, or what are we saying?
Yeah, tasteful nudes, possibly some light action. There'll be no penetration. You can do the cocksock thing.
I just want editorial control, because I have a brand.
Of course. It's your image. It's your brand. I wouldn't want to ruin that.
Yeah, and there's only certain lighting that I'm happy with, so.
Fair enough. But no, I don't want to crowd up the chat. I really just wanted to confirm plans and toss that out there, and then I'll kick.
You're right, Paul. You can sit there anyway. You're fine. I'm not going to get anybody else in there.
Okay, then I'll just mute and I'll add my little 2 cents when it comes up.
You're welcome.
I'm honoured that you let me in as well. Thank you very much, Andy.
Oh, shush.
I was getting everyone off in the chat saying #get Liker in. You can't.
Like is always a fucking shoe-in. Anybody who knows me and Like can know each other. Anybody who knows me is fine.
People like know.
You'll get in the chat and you'll get to talk to Devin. That's the thing, and that's why I'm here, isn't it? It's like get to know me. You might get to talk to Devin.
Oh wow!
I Skyped you yesterday. By the way.
We Skyped.
Friend to friend. Yeah, we did.
Who? Me and Leica?
No, me and Andy, and me and you as well.
Right. Yeah.
It's not all about you, Devin. It's not about you anymore, pal.
Really?
No, it's not. No, yeah. People are asking me for advice.
What?
Says the one that's wearing the I Heart IA.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Anthony, when's your next debate? I want to see you go up against somebody new.
Who, though?
Any of the scumbags out there.
Lance Corporal.
Nobody will come at me. Nobody will come at me. I mean,
I'll debate you.
That filthy Fred guy when he's talking about anarchy, and I'm not really interested in that, to be honest.
We've already done that, but he still messages me.
I'd love to see you debate the Amazing Atheist. That'd be fun. You should go.
I want to do like a segment of like a fan of mine or somebody who likes me or the majority of what I say, who has like, oh, I don't agree with everything he says. I want to hear about the things they don't agree with me about, and we can have well, Jesus Christ, does anybody care about that? That's dead in the water. Don't make me ask like and Carrie, because I'll do it.
That's kind of the person who messaged me. They said they were a fan of yours, but they had those problems that you were emotionally abusing people. So I could ask them if you wanted.
Yeah, but you know what they're saying, Lalo?
That they're special snowflakes and that they have delicate sensibilities.
They're saying that they were emotionally abused and that they're getting like flashback, like some Vietnam vet.
Trigger words.
Yeah.
Who is saying that? Who?
Dox him. Dox.
Dogs. Give their real name.
Somebody who just messaged me.
It's like fucking Bewildered Ape. This thing with this ape guy, right? This guy that tried to get people fired. And
he deserved every single bit.
No. But the thing is, right, all they've done is reveal his real name. That's not doxing.
If somebody wants to argue with me in a public forum and they like me and we can have it respectful, let's do it. Just send me an email, atheismisunstoppable5, and at Gmail.
But that's the thing, Devin, right? You know, I get a lot of stick because you just agree with Devin with everything he says. I can't think of a subject that I could argue with you. That's relevant to talk about.
Well,
I mean,
it is
other
awkward,
than like fucking the shit about circumcision and shit.
It's awkward because I'm right all the time. But
shut up.
You seem to be the expert in how my dick tastes, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
From reading Twitter, yeah.
I get that question asked at least once a day.
Yeah, from 12-year-olds.
Yeah, it's just shit in it. I mean, come on with something decent.
But you know what it is? I'm not above this because if you are negative online, if you say what you don't like, that's easy. That's like destroying. It's much easier to destroy than to create. If I come online and I say, this is something I like, then you're opening yourself up to being vulnerable. And people are like, oh, you like that? You know, it's like...
All right, well, here's the thing, pal. Right, okay. Yeah. So me and Lalo, on that last hangout we disagreed with you about doing that video about Toby Kid, right?
Yeah.
And we had a big sort of back and forward and all that kind of shit.
These are minor issues.
Fall out. Yeah, I know it's a minor issue, but I can't think of a major issue that we disagree on.
Well,
I mean,
the fact that you people have...
Is that pathetic that we kind of agree on the major things? It's not really. I mean, it's kind of normal. Like we agree on Israel, we agree on guns.
It's unsurprising because we all see things objectively, and we care more about the facts and what's true over what the narrative we prefer is. And when you have certain values and you're willing to recognize facts, most things are going to come into line. And it's just the details that are just going to be, maybe like a little tidbit here we disagreed with major things.
It doesn't mean anything. So, but I personally can't think of anything that I radically disagree with either you, Lalo, or Devin on.
Well, if you just have like the idea that facts matter, and generally I don't give a fuck about what anybody does as long as you leave me alone, then you just basically have liberal atheists like us, and we're just gonna fall into place on most things, right? But then don't fucking bother.
But then people would accuse us of having some kind of echo chamber.
Ooh, I have something I disagree with Devin on.
Oh boy.
That English people don't understand the black crime problem.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that the other day.
1 second. Banksy, come here now. Come here.
Okay, well, this is fun and all, but we gotta get out of here.
That is not a dog you're yelling at.
So, yeah, we're gonna head out. So.
Oh, Logic is leaving.
Yeah.
Logic.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you, Logic. Thank you,
Later,
Susan.
Logic.
Bye to you and your wife.
Thank you for having us on. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, I will hear your case against or in favor of English people, and then I will...
Well, not English people, but certain English people.
Okay.
The
Did
place
you
where
name
I
your
live.
dog after the artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah. Anthony knows Toxic quite well. that's like really, really bad with race. It's actually had like race riots, and every time a black person dies, even if it's justifiable death, they'll start a riot.
Okay, but I mean, but what races are you talking about?
It's mainly black people, and then on the borders you have brown people.
Okay, but wouldn't you grant me that the race relations in England are vastly different than they are in America?
I wouldn't say in Liverpool, no.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't say vastly different. There are similarities.
Similarities? Well, wait a minute. The realities are starkly different. These are different people. I mean, the fact that there's two different races. What do you mean they're not?
They act like black Americans.
Yes, they do.
Do you mean like they have like gang culture and things like that?
Even the same words and everything. Like, you get me blood, I fucking shoot you in the face, innit?
Okay, I could see that there are similarities. But see, what you're saying right now, I would never dream to say, here's what race relations is like in Liverpool. Because I've never been to Liverpool.
Okay.
So I would never be like, this is what I think the races in Liverpool should do, having never been there and having known very limited amount about it. So what I hear, it comes not just from English people, people like Kevin Logan and people just talking about stuff they don't know about. They've never been there, And so but it's for Americans. It's like Toby Kid Major. She's just seen black people for the first time in her life. Now she's in New York, and she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. And I was talking to this guy from Memphis about it, and we were having a conversation as two people who knew the black community because we were raised in the black community.
Yeah, you did know
so
that.
To varying degrees, but I mean. A conversation I have with my friend from Detroit is completely different than one I have with my non-friend from Edmonton when it comes to race.
It's true.
Yeah. But it's not all. I understand that.
Okay, disagreement over then.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I love her.
But just for the record, Devon was challenged.
Boxing match.
Just for the record, Devon was challenged. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Mentally?
Definitely.
Like her, can you imitate black British gang members again, please?
Oh my God.
Go.
You want me to say the same thing again, or do you want me to say
maybe something else or whatever.
Whatever you feel comfortable with, like it.
Yes.
I can't think of anything.
Why did I say bruv? Bruv. What is that, brother?
All right, bruv.
Bruv.
All right, bruv.
Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Move to me blood and you click shanked.
That's awesome. Yes.
That sounds so rubbish when you say it like that.
Do you have can I hear a you what, mate, in the British accent?
You fucking what, mate?
Fucking what, mate?
You what?
You what? Devin, I have to say, your English accent is pretty good. I don't know what Leica thinks, but I think it's pretty good. I've heard many appalling attempts at English accents.
Oh, really?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Wow.
I hear it all the time.
I want to hear you try to do the Southern accent that I have.
I can't do Southern accent. I can do. Like, oh my God! I can't believe you said that.
I want to hear Devin do an English accent.
That's Valley Girl.
No.
Oh, it's impossible. I actually tried one once on a video, one of my You What Mate videos, and I got so many comments where people were like, dude, accent is terrible. Go home.
Yeah, I remember that.
But do you know what's so funny? People are such cunts online. Like, they just want to just destroy. Like, I posted up a chess game that I did, and I was happy because a lot of people are into gaming, and this is a part of my life, and I just put it up. And I obviously made mistakes in the game, and I'm obviously not claiming I'm the greatest chess player. And so people are like, dude, you suck at chess. You missed checkmate. You could have done pawn to queen 4. I'm like, oh, you dick. Well, it's a timed game. Okay, it's like
weird about chess.
Yeah, you don't have all the time in the world to sit there and just pause the video and be like, here's what I would have done.
But that's the whole thing about being, exposing yourself online. You're always going to expose yourself to criticism.
Yeah, it's like, why can't people praise me all the time? What the hell?
I enjoy it. I like people to point out my flaws so I can. What
do you mean people don't always praise you online? You get praised all the fucking
time. I know, I'm kidding. But I hear what you're saying, Carrie. It is cleansing, and it's healthy to hear the dissent.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
And then ban them.
I don't ban them, I just rip them a new asshole.
That fucking ban thing, man, that is ridiculous. I was talking to somebody yesterday about that. Jesus Christ.
I banned my girlfriend yesterday. she left a comment on one of my videos from Germany, and I was like, banned.
You are king asshole. King asshole.
Yeah. Somebody's got to be.
I've eased down on the banning thing. I've got to be honest. Like I'll ignore. I'll just think I'm more inclined to just ignore.
But you know what it is? I hear shit from like the Amazing Atheist, and he's like saying, "How dare you ban people? I don't ban anybody." It's like, yeah.
He just ban people.
He fucking blocked me, the little twat.
Exactly. So he banned me before. I mean, it's ridiculous. But
I'm still blocked by that cunt.
Right. But what he does instead is he ignores, which is actually more disrespectful. The ban actually means I acknowledge your existence. Mm-hmm. And also, I send somebody a message. I'm like, hey, dude, you're banned. Shush, go home, fuck off.
Speaking of banning, somebody just said in the chat room that Kyle and TJ are currently talking shit about you.
Where?
I don't know. Let me find out.
That shocks me not at all. You're essentially one of the only pieces of material they have right now. I mean,
that's true.
What are they talking shit live or just in general?
Probably live.
Wait, why are they talking together?
Oh, the drunken peasant.
I think
Oh, Kyle's on the drunken peasants?
More than likely.
Oh my god.
I don't see any of that shit.
No, the drunken peasants haven't got a video up. It might be on Twitter.
Which Kyle are we talking about?
Kalinske, the only.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Kyle Kalinske?
The lesbian softball coach.
Hold on, let me find it.
Well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Devin Tracy.
Yeah, what's up?
Sargon of Akkad.
What about him?
What about him?
Talking. Well, what about... Okay, let's stop that one.
Why would you speak his name? How dare you?
Well, I get a lot of people asking, because I tweeted out that thing a couple of days ago, yesterday, whenever it was, asking him if he was going to grace us with his presence on a hangout.
Well, quite frankly, if he's going to go on Jenny McDermott podcast, I mean, what the hell?
How low is he going to go?
Yeah.
So I mean, just for the record, I asked him. I don't know you know Devin, but just anybody who's listening, I said, well, when are you going to grace us with the presence of, on one of Devin's hangouts? He goes, well, when he asks me. And my immediate thought was, that's never going to happen. You're never going to ask Sargon to go on a hangout because you're not that bothered.
Well, I mean, I support, the stuff he does.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying you're against him. I'm just saying that I don't think you're that bothered about talking.
Well, I'm not a fanboy, and I don't care.
No, exactly. So it's a case of everybody else that is fans of you and fans of Sargon wants to see you two talk together.
I view it.
So how does that happen? I mean, it's only going to be a case of somebody like me asking him, which I did, and he responded, and he said, well, when he asks me. Right. And that sort of blocks it. Well, he's never going to ask you. I'm asking you right now, you dick.
I could ask him. But I don't,
Would you ask him?
I don't know. I don't know the guy. I mean, I'm strangers.
I know you don't know him.
I would sooner ask Boris or Laika.
I know, but
you never
you're talking about these, all these fanboys that want you to talk to him and see if there's some sort of crossover fan thing shit.
There is a crossover, but it stops at a certain point where they agree. Like, Sargon's a bit easy on the Muslim issue.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that, but I'm not going to disagree.
Wait a minute. He just did a whole video, like a 25-minute video, just all on this thing.
He did indeed.
This weekend.
Saying
this
what, though?
Stupid. Sorry. Saying he loves it and he's thinking about converting.
Oh my god.
But
he has the beard. He's like halfway there.
Anthony, did you not explain to him that your position was as our general and that you were speaking on behalf of Devin? Did you not explain your position to Sargon?
If I would have explained that to him, I would have got a fuck off. I said that to Lalo.
No, but didn't you? No, you said like I'll be hosting it on my channel because Devin can't.
Yeah, because he's got a strike, as I think you have Sargon, and he goes, no.
I think that was implied there.
Yeah, but Sargon has a strike on his main channel, but he has a live stream channel as well. And he just, I'll host it, and he just basically wanted to cut me out the loop. So well, fuck you then.
Oh my god.
Because my impression was that Devin, being as he is, he's not interested. I'm talking like you're not here, pal. But like Devin's not interested in gaining followers and all that kind of shit, and gaining crossover fan base, all that shit.
I'm interested in losing followers.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought it would just be interesting for outside people to listen to, but he's not going to get that point.
Anthony, I'm thinking about promoting you.
Yes.
To not from the general to being the hand of the king.
Which means
It's a Game of Thrones reference.
I've already told you I don't watch that, mate.
That's shameful.
Are you crazy?
That is
Devin, you already know that I don't watch that. I've already told you I don't watch
Yeah, but I didn't memorize it.
What does it mean? What does that mean?
Well, it's an honor.
It's like to be the right-hand man.
Exactly.
Well, you asked me that question on your podcast, pal, and I answered the question.
Well,
Anthony, you should watch. Sorry.
He should. I don't think he should be the hand of the king because the hand of the king usually gets pretty fucked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want him to be my professional food taster. You gotta go through him. I want him to take the bullet because people are going to be trying to assassinate me.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? I give a shit as much as you do, pal.
Well, I want you to keep eating all that pudding and get that big fat English belly going so you can block bullets.
I'm going to punch you right in your fucking face.
Anthony, have you got English teeth?
I get it all the time. Yeah, you goofy teeth. My teeth are fine, thank you very much.
Okay, just checking.
I think they're going by what my avatar looks like.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, you think you're British? The stereotype.
Yeah, I think Rebecca Watson is honorary English based on her teeth.
Jesus Christ, yes.
Malika, how are yours?
Great, but I had braces.
You give them like a 6 out of 10?
I don't know, I get complimented on my smile quite a lot.
I'm from the South, so you can only imagine what my teeth look like.
Nice.
Lack of teeth.
Well, wait a minute. Not the pre-Civil War South. I mean, they have dentistry down there, don't they?
I did a quick quick hangout call with Lalo today using video. He saw my face live.
I mean, we had done video before.
When?
We did. I know what you. I remember at one point, like I think it was one of the first times we ever spoke. You used video with me.
Did he invite you to Chile after he locked eyes with you?
Actually, yes, that is true.
Yeah.
It was after we locked eyes.
After he saw the goods, he kicked the tires.
Do you see what Devin is? He's just a big fucking wind-up merchant. That's all he is. He does it online. He does it in real life. That's all he does.
He likes taking the piss out of people.
For him. That's the main reason why I want to go meet him, because he's just my kind of guy.
There shall only be one romance in this channel, and it will be with me.
Oh, could you imagine this like at a strip club, like uber drunk?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, I can imagine that, and it will happen. It will happen.
I think we all need to do a drunk hangout one night.
Yeah,
Devin
that sounds
that.
good.
Devin said but
you know what we should do?
Okay. Fucking lightweight when it comes to
every time that Devin says, let's see,
not all,
something about himself.
Every time somebody says not all, we have to take a shot.
Yeah, or he says his own name, we have to take a shot.
I had someone say every time he defends Israel before.
How about every time I say Gary?
Gary.
Okay, so I walk around the house saying that to my kids, and my husband looks at me like I am insane. So I had to show him the video, and he about pissed himself laughing.
It's amazing.
So now he's walking around, and it's just randomly. He just walks around because I'm Carrie, and he's like, Carrie.
Where are you? Gary.
Where are you, Gary?
You guys, if you cannot get down with Richard Simmons asking repeatedly where Gary is, like that's all. There's no punchline to that. It's just a phenomenon that you have to witness.
Yeah, but as an English person, I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
but it's an inside joke. It's an inside joke from the Howard Stern show. But if you have to know who Richard Simmons is.
But I don't know who Richard Simmons is.
Yeah,
Google him now.
That's shameful.
Google him now.
Put it this way. Richard Simmons should be on the $20 bill. Like, that's how big of a presence he is.
He's an institution in himself, that's true.
He's a gay man. He's a gay fitness. He's a guy who cries on a daily basis. He has a hair that is like some sort of afro, but now it's balded. It's like a bizarre. He wears short shorts.
Is he the guy that's actually doing the Gary thing in the thing?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I know who he is.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He surrounds himself with fat people. He did Sweat Into the Oldies.
Was he like some sort of fitness guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was a fitness guy before there was fitness. Like, he was a guy that would come on to shows and be like, and leg, and kick, and...
I've seen him before.
He was, like, pushing 400 pounds. And
yeah, he was a tubby.
Yeah, and he got down. He brought his weight down on his own. like working out and stuff, and then he made millions off of it.
And he was never like looking fit, which is funny. He was like a fitness guy who was never looked fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of his hair.
No, his body. He was just like a kind of a skinny. Like he actually looked a little bit out of shape.
Yeah.
The whole time.
The guy who used to wear like a vest, shorts, and like leg warmers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, and he also famously never talks about how he's gay. So like Howard. Oh my God, he is what
he's the Liberace of gay.
Yeah. He's the essence of the word, but yeah, he never talks about it. So he's the opposite of George Takei, Sulu from Star Trek, who's like way comfortable talking about how gay he is.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to tell you he's gay.
Oh my.
Okay, so we've got a request, Devin. It says, please sing a little impromptu verse of Aha's Take on Me.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Oh God. Ahem. Okay, let me see if I can.
Everybody shush.
Tang 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 tang.
Everybody's gotta mute themselves so we don't mess it up.
I had to mute.
Did I play you the outtakes for that? I had a blast doing that.
No.
Holy shit.
No.
Yeah, that is a fun one.
Well, you should do the outtakes for that.
I was singing to myself. Video. I'm sitting there in my apartment in Germany, just singing a cover of Aha set to the lyrics of Tongue. I'm like, oh, what the fuck has my life happened? What happened?
You just want a self-reflective moment.
Right.
Oh, David.
I just imagine all my professors at Berkeley just staring at me, just shaking their heads.
So with that, Paul, were you just making that up in your head as you went along?
Yeah.
It's like an organic thing. You just thought, I go dun 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 dun.
Yeah. I think I just felt the need to express myself.
You must have been in a bit of a giddy mood though. To do that.
Yeah, you know what I loved when Devin cursed in Spanish. Oh, I don't know if you guys laughed as hard as I did, but that was amazing. It was so good. Puto. Oh my God, it was so good. That was so amazing. I jumped out of my seat. That was amazing.
I wish I knew more.
I grew up getting cursed at in Spanish, so it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's got a lot of punch to it. I got to give Spanish people that. They know how to swear.
Okay.
You should have some Arabic swear words.
Devin, somebody wants you to say there's nothing worse than the Crusades and nuclear bombs.
Okay. That was easy. All right. There's nothing worse than the Crusades. There's nothing worse than dropping nuclear bombs.
Like those two things are even remotely related.
I wonder like, when you're doing a YouTube video and you say something, I wonder if you realize that it's going to be a quote. Like, do you say something like, "Oh shit, I just said a meme"? Like that will never leave me now.
I had that when I made that video about Josh. There's things that people pick out of that they really.
Well, your black impersonation was out of control.
You in the wrong hood, dog. You in the wrong hood.
You're in the wrong hood. You're in the wrong hood.
It sounds like Randy Jackson from American Idol.
Yes, it does.
I don't think even Devin knew that the not all would be such a big meme.
Yeah, that could be. I think I sense that people write that and they capitalize it and they're saying it the way I would say it. Because that it comes up so often that you have to say not all, that it's just become a comical thing. And I think everything that Boris says is a meme, pretty much. Like everything that guy's ever said.
Let me talk about something about Boris real quick. That's really cool. He's actually about to start giving my 10-year-old daughter French lessons.
No way, that's awesome.
On Skype.
Wow, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what? He messed up one of his sound bites. He tried to do the sound bite of "me so horny, me love you long time," but he said "me love you for a long time," which it defeats the whole purpose of the quote.
It used to be "me love you long time."
Yeah, right. There cannot be a long time. What the fuck? That's way too coherent.
It has to be "me love you long time." It just has to be.
I like that one where you cut in when you're doing that music video.
Yeah.
And you cut in like on the beat of him saying racist.
Yeah, I love it.
That was fucking brilliant.
I love my own video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like saying, I am so horny. It's like, no, it's me so horny, please.
So horny. I love you long time.
It almost sounds like Jar Jar Binks, actually. He was always like, Misa, Jar Jar Binks.
I had somebody asking me to do a fucking soundboard the other week.
Would you do
like
it?
in Yorkshire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I want to hear
there's nowhere near. I'm not.
Why not? You have a lot of good ones.
No, we should do a Leica soundboard for sure.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because your voice needs to be recorded for posterity, for future generations and like anthropologists to study.
Yeah. When all the humans are dead and it's like robots looking at what we did as a human race, they'll look at your voice and go, well, this is what it was all about.
I had someone chase me down last week. Someone followed me and they tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, can you say potatoes, please? And I turned to them and said, like, potatoes? And they said, I thought you were Irish. And I was like, no.
Can you say potatoes? Because I thought you were Irish. Potatoes.
Potatoes. Can you?
I like your potatoes.
Potatoes. Leica, can you say something in American?
What?
Anything?
I can only do the, oh my god, like I so totally can't believe you said that. The only thing I can do.
I like that.
Okay, somebody wants someone to do a jank impression.
Of course!
Of course!
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
In fact, what's your next video going to be about, Devin?
Which one? New ones?
Your next video.
Oh boy. What? There's no spoiler.
Do you have anything in the pipeline, or?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm done. I've said my piece.
It's just chilling because you're in Vegas.
Yeah, I do have a few ideas working. Well, I have Toby Kid Major. I've got there's a one on sharks. I'm gonna do sharks are racist. That's gonna be the title. So look for that.
Is that a TYT video?
I'm gonna tie it into a TYT video, but it's just me talking. So
sharks are racist. They're really bad. Where my dad's family come from.
Definitely.
Why is it the great white shark? What?
No, go ahead.
Then I got there's an Israel one where I just mount up on some Jewish cock and ride it. And what else
metaphorically,
Devin, that was one of the funniest comments you ever made. When somebody attacked you online,
right?
You came back and said, I've just mounted you in front of the tribe.
I had an encounter on Twitter today where I was talking to some young girl who I think was a fan of mine maybe, but seemed a little passive-aggressive. And she's like, excuse me, I'm just wondering, where do you get your stats on all these racial crime and stuff? And I'm like, well, I get it from the FBI or like New York City government, or the KKK puts out a really good pamphlet. And she went back.
Has great statistics.
Yeah, and she didn't realize I was joking. So I was like, Jesus, do I have to explain that was a joke? She took it as literally. Like,
but that's the thing, because you're a 40-year-old talking or trying to or not even trying to explain a joke to a 20-year-old. That's not
Did you know the KKK got all their information leaked recently?
Yeah, anonymous.
Yeah, I saw that.
They got them.
Well, yeah, and I also saw that as well because I don't know where I saw it, but somebody said that surprisingly enough, Devin and none of his fans were on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No. Well, because
that is amazing.
Well, that would suck for me because I got caught up in the Ashley Madison thing, and that fucked me. So I'm still trying to do damage control off that.
For fuck's sake. Yeah. Really? So what are we gonna do when we're in Vegas, pal?
Well, it's a bit of whatever you'd like. I mean, you've never been here, so I'll probably show you around a bit. But
yeah, I know. I'm talking about like online shit. I'm not gonna do all that. We're gonna gamble and drink and all that shit. But we need to do something online, at least one.
We'll talk to each other. I'll compliment you. You'll compliment me. Then you'll say something. Christ. I'll laugh. I'll say something. You'll laugh. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Typical celebrity preening. It'll be fun.
I think you guys should go to the Britney Spears show.
I actually kind of want to see that. Is that planned at Hollywood?
Right.
Well, what's the point of having a yes man if you're not going to say yes to everything I say?
I'm gonna fucking say yes to anything, pal. You have no idea what I'm like. When I see, I'm as alpha as you are. You little.
All right. In that case, we'll have a cage match.
Yeah.
Can you two get drunk and sing Johnny Cash?
Yeah, we're gonna do a hangout. We'll do a hangout and we'll do a drunken hangout together.
Yeah. Well, I thought I mean, it was just a thought that I had. It's like, obviously, neither of us. I mean, you don't want to show your face, right? As part of a hangout, which is fine. But I thought maybe we should set the camera on like Vegas, like live.
Yeah, we could do that.
And we'll just talk or something.
Here's the thing. We should do a drunken hangout where, in order to join the hangout, you have to have consumed 2 Four Locos.
What's a
Oh
loco?
my God, I die. I weigh like 100
I now know
pounds.
what one of those are. I didn't know.
Carrie, you have to sign a release before you even attempt this. So,
No, I weigh like 100 pounds. It would kill me.
What's a loco?
They're not as much fun since they took out all the caffeine and taurine and shit. They were a blast before.
I want to know what it is.
They're still pretty powerful. It's a drink that used to be illegal. It's the power of like 5 beers, but it has sugar and all sorts of other.
Yeah.
5 beers, not really a big deal.
A little bit of meth and all kinds of stuff in it.
It's powerful. If I have one now and I'm drunk, I'm full on drunk.
Is it stronger than like a triple vodka?
Yeah, because well, it depends how much you drink of it, but.
Yeah, it's stronger than a triple vodka.
Okay.
Without a doubt. I think I've made it through half of one, and I was, oh God, before they reformulated it.
Yeah, Laika, are you a drinker?
Yes.
Oh, she says very proudly.
I'm a pub goer.
Nice.
It is England after all.
Well, we'll see if you can hack it. I don't know if they sell that drink in England, but you could.
No.
You could do an equivalent.
4 cans of special brew.
What is that?
It's like the drink of an alcoholic that you find on a street corner.
Yeah.
You're brown bagging it?
No, it's like 9% alcohol.
But it's cheap as hell.
Has anybody ever had Bacardi 151?
Yeah.
Yep. That's jet fuel.
Yeah, that was the first thing I ever got drunk on. That was a big mistake. Big.
Dude, I can get drunk on Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Oh no, wild turkey. Ugh.
Oh, come on. You're from the South and you don't like wild turkey? Come on.
Something wrong with you. Because that is an absolute that is the bourbon to drink. That's the bourbon to drink.
No.
Nah, Jim Beam.
The new Jack Daniel's honey.
That's what Dr. Random can drink.
That is superb.
It tastes like licorice to me.
Yeah, Dr. Randomer Cam, he is to drinking what Hitchens was to smoking. When is that guy going to stop? It's not even.
He'll drink red wine out of the bottle. He'll drink, liquor out of the bottle.
He's been drinking Jack Daniel's honey out of the bottle.
He's got to chill out. He's too good of a YouTuber to die.
I know.
Yeah, but he won't contact me. I've tried.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I tried for the. I'm getting some feedback here.
Does he do hangouts?
He
No.
does, but it's
he
he
does
do hangouts. He only does it with people like anti-feminists or fellow.
Yeah, he does it with his honey banter crew.
Well, and frankly, guys, I have a higher chance of getting him online because almost all my videos are anti-feminism. I could probably pull him in. I mean, that's. But you guys do atheist stuff, and he's kind of like us in that sense that he doesn't really identify as an atheist because no duh.
Right.
Yeah, but that's his Neither does Devin.
Well, I'm pro-circumcision, so he's going to take issue with me.
Oh no. Oh yeah, he will big time.
Yeah.
No, I've said this before on the Hangout. I tried going on one of his videos, and as soon as he released it, I went on his comment section and asked him to do some kind of crossover thing, and I just got hate from his fans. So
yeah,
Devin's a fucking racist, and Devin's.
All
right. I was like, all right, fair enough. I'm just here to say, look, maybe there might be a crossover thing, but whatever, fuck off. And that was it, and I just left it there.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I wonder if that guy from Memphis thinks I'm a racist.
Which guy?
The guy I had a 2-hour talk with.
No. The guy with the bag on his head?
I'm kidding. Yeah, it's rhetorical. Yeah, of course he doesn't think I'm a racist because I'm not a racist.
No, but I don't even think he even thought it for a start.
I don't think the people who call you racist know what racist mean.
Nah, it's a fucking joke.
Well, I didn't know why you even started that hangout. I was like, what the fuck? I was at work. So I immediately, I had some things to do in the back of the office. And I was like putting him off. And as soon as you put that up, I immediately went to the back of the office and I was just typing shit up and just listening to that hangout. And actually, and the more it went on, actually, I like the guy, and I don't know who he is, but I know what his Twitter.
I have some things to do in the back of the office. Sounds like a euphemism for masturbating. I'm just going to say that.
That means as a manager, I have to type things up. Thank you very much.
I have some things to do, namely myself.
No.
You should
say sex with you, Devin. Jesus Christ.
Because men think about sex every 3 seconds.
You think about sex all the time.
I'm a man.
Well,
It's because he doesn't have children.
That's it.
I haven't been castrated.
Children will ruin your life.
If you have a child, then you're gonna realize what sex produces, and then you're gonna be like, okay, maybe not today.
Exactly. I'm one viewing of Afterbirth away from never having sex again.
I viewed my daughter's birth, and I didn't see any afterbirth.
You know what though? I get turned on by stretch marks and C-section scars, so it's just my thing. My thing.
It's such a fucking.
I have absolutely no stretch marks. None.
And I have. Joking, right? You know he's being.
Yes, I know. I know he's joking.
Okay. Just checking.
It's like
I got this C-section. I have quite a big C-section scar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They did it quite low in comparison because I had a tattoo where they were going to cut.
You see where this conversation's going now?
Sorry.
Is it going about women?
Get over it. Y'all been talking about pussy and all that stuff. Now we can talk about stretch marks and
That's
scars.
more interesting.
Wait, like as a mom?
Yeah.
As a child.
I didn't even know that.
You did? I've told you before.
You didn't listen. Men don't listen.
I didn't know that.
Fucking listen. He doesn't listen.
Self-absorbed bastard.
Fucking men.
Do you have one child?
Yeah.
What?
Do you have one child?
Yeah, I have a little girl.
You know what it is? It's when other people talk, my attention level goes to like around 20%, and then when I start talking, I crank it up to 100 just so I can hear myself. Because I might say something brilliant. I might really. It's really dangerous.
Talk about me. Do you want to talk about me? This conversation isn't about me. I don't want to talk.
My wife would say the same thing. My wife says it all the fucking time. She says, when you're ever talking about your social media thing, you're all about you, and then you remember everything. But whenever I tell you that you need to pick the kids up, you don't listen. What? It's the fucking truth. It's not about me. Yes, sir.
Without thinking about it, name both your kids. Go.
Ariadne and Xander.
Okay. That was a bit too slow.
Wait, what? Yeah, name both my kids without thinking.
Yeah.
Fuck. What kind of question is that?
You just got exposed. You just got outed. We know the real you now.
Xander Brogan and Ariadne Willow.
Wow.
Kiss my ass.
Prometheus
Optimus
Maximus
Prime.
and...
Not Prometheus Maximus.
Yeah, you won't be losing those kids in a crowd, will you, Ant?
No. What? My kids are awesome. As you know.
Yes, I want to eat a little
we all
girl
know.
up.
They're
Oh my
adorable.
god, she is so adorable.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to enter the Vegas night in about 9 minutes. Just to let you guys know.
Why 9 minutes?
That's till 12 o'clock, and then we're going.
When the strip starts.
So was this like a 3.5 hour hangout? You know, we've had like 75 viewers throughout, which is quite impressive to say it's my channel. It's more than Devin got on his channel with the guy with the bag on his head.
We are at 3
I think that was because it was on
right now.
I know. And those 75 people, about 73 of them are really cool, quality human beings.
Right.
I would say. That's an average.
Got Liquid Demons in the chat now.
Yeah, that guy's famous. Who is that guy?
Hi, Liquid.
He's the guy that does all your memes.
Yeah, no, I know who he is, but like, who is he?
Well, I can tell you his real name, but I'm not going to.
Like, is he circumcised, first of all?
He's from Canada.
Well, somebody ask him in the chat, because I would need to know that now.
I think he can hear us if we just ask him now.
He said he's going to fall. Oh, no, he's falling.
Yeah, he's from Canada, he told me. So.
Yeah.
This has been fun hangout. I mean, it's random, and Anthony and I, we started this without a single topic and without a goddamn thing to say.
Yep.
And somehow we managed to fill the time.
We do, don't we? I mean, that's what we do.
Well, that's what they do. You guys bring the content.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think me and you could easily fill the hangout for an hour.
To nobody's delight.
Fuck you.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
To nobody's delight.
No, it would be entertaining as
Jesus
hell.
Christ, the more I know you, Devin, the more I fucking hate you.
That's how it works, man. But that's how all relationships work. Like, first date, what do you reveal? You reveal your best jokes. You reveal your compliments. And then by date 200, it's like, no, that's the real you.
Can anybody visualize what it's going to be like when I meet this guy?
You're probably going to wet yourself and go all red.
Okay, Devin. Liquid Demons, he said he's circumcised.
Okay, good. He's one of the good guys. But Anthony, you did get my memo about no eye contact, right? And no touching.
Yeah.
So touching is a no-no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal. It's just, it is personal because I've seen you and I know. Exactly. There's standards.
Yeah.
No. I want some pictures of you guys together.
No, we meet and then we just we don't obviously make eye contact, but then I buy you a drink, you go over to the side of the bar, and then we'll text each other.
I think if you are you going to try to hug me or reach out with your hand?
Actually, the weird thing is, right? This is the weird thing, right? Because when I actually thought of this, because you've probably got some weird fucking handshake going on.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you the black handshake.
Are you going to do the Jersey Shore, like, kind of bro hug where they kind of just, like, touch shoulders?
No, it's a pat. You got to pat the back. You cannot embrace.
Dude, I had a pat the back. Fuck that. Yeah. No.
You must have done a European kiss in Germany.
Oh, all the time. No, in Argentina, there's just guys kissing guys. It's a freaking all the time. No, Anthony, I'll give you a little Benny Hill pat on that bald head of yours.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. I go.
No, Anthony, you need to go in for a full bear hug.
You know what I'll do? Right. I see him in a bar. I'll meet him in some fucking casino or whatever somewhere. I'll just go over and I'll just jump on him. Literally just bear hug him, just go, you fucking cunt.
To try to establish dominance, or?
No mounting in front of the tribe.
I will mount him in front of the tribe.
Okay, I think I'm going to pinch your chubby cheeks and be like, oh, come here, you little fat boy.
And this is why there has to be a camera involved.
I am not, right, okay, for the record, I'm not a fat boy.
That's exactly what a fat boy would say.
Prove it. Get your tits out.
God. Oh, dude, you know what he said to me, right, on a Skype thing? He says, well, when we meet, he said, how are you going to be able to pixelate my face? If I want to video it. You know what I mean? He's like, I can't pixelate my face. No, I'm going to video the whole thing.
And what are you going to do with that video? Burn it?
I'm going to upload it and shame you. No,
yeah, what's that about?
We've already talked about this, dude.
Okay.
We've talked. We've discussed. There'll be a day.
I know. Maybe I think it's a mistake. I should never have come out with my name and my face.
Yeah, because you're probably really fat yourself. All these pictures you put out, like that picture you sent me an hour ago, you're actually like 300 pounds.
Well, that's why.
Tasty white.
I'm a Photoshop expert, man. It takes forever. I have to doctor each image.
Yeah. Photoshop and minimize it and all that kind of crap.
What if all Devon's pictures are from like his 30s? He's actually changed quite.
He's actually like 75 years old. I'm not kidding. He is.
Well, he is from California, so Botox, plastic surgery.
Yeah, all that shit. He's just full of shit, man. He's just full of crap. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'll give you as black a handshake as I can give you. You'll just confuse me. You'll just be like, I'll go to shake your hand, and you'll just be like doing all this weird shit. And I'll be like,
why don't you just fist bump?
Because that's stupid.
Oh.
That's what Howie Mandel does, because he's a germaphobe.
Yeah, that is lame.
But you know he's going to do that anyway now, just to wind me up.
Maybe we'll just do like a high five. Up top, down low.
Yeah, go straight Yankees with it. It'll be awesome.
No. Y'all need to do patty cake.
Oh, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
you could develop a flying monkey handshake.
Patty cake bakers, man.
Right.
Yeah, do all that. That's better. That's a white man's version of a black man's handshake.
Or do the kid and play.
I don't know what.
I gotta go back to London and hang out with Luke. I think that's the solution.
Oh really? Oh, you want to hang out with the black guys, huh?
Well, I guess more street cred. You know, what if people are calling me a racist online? What good is it for me to hang out with a bald white dude from England?
Well, you will get pictures.
Yeah.
I'm going to say. I mean, if that's I don't know.
We have John. He's partially black.
Yeah,
we have John the Baptist.
That's good. That's good.
But I'm not going to be there for that. He'll do that before. I don't know. He'll have already worked that out.
Yeah, I don't know why these guys care about seeing me. They've got a porn star on the to meet up with. That surely takes precedence.
Yeah. We're thinking you might help draw the porn star, man. It's not. It's enlightened self-interest.
Okay, you guys have a plan in action, I see.
And she's absolutely gorgeous. She is intelligent and gorgeous.
Oh my God, she's so smart.
She reminds me of Rose. What's that woman's name? The black actress from Sin City. Rose something. Anybody?
I don't know.
But what I was thinking is that she's a close friend of TJ.
Oh.
So she might not be interested in Devin.
She actually isn't on TJ's side when it comes to Devin.
Really?
At all. At all, because she did excuse me. She did an episode on the Drunken Peasants, one of them that I did see, because she was talking about Anita Sarkeesian, so that's why I was watching it. And Devin's name came up, and she said, "I'm staying completely out of that because I don't even want to get into that because I admire the work that he does." Okay. So.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say a porn star admires the work that I do? That's ironic. That is the most ironic thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right. Well, look, I'm going to let Devin go because I'm sure he's got some gambling to do.
Yeah, go throw some money around.
I like that. That was graceful, Anthony. As if I didn't just direct message you to end this fucking thing.
Did you? I didn't see that.
No, I'm kidding. I did not. I didn't.
I didn't see it if you did. All right, pal. Yeah, I will. Yeah, thank you very much for everybody for taking part.
Okay.
And to the 5 people in this room, I really love 4 of you. So thank you guys for coming.
Talking about you, love.
Just you figure out what I mean by that.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
Yeah, Devin Tracy.
Yeah.
You would come. But I still love you. You
Thanks,
wanker.
man. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Later, guys.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Bye.